Ray P. Galvin Field in Whiting, Indiana is the site. Our teams, the Calumet College of St. Joseph Crimson Wave and the St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys. Good evening. Welcome into tonight's broadcast of some college football. Sprint college football that is here from Whiting, Indiana, just outside Lake Michigan, less than a couple of 100 feet beyond the railroad tracks here in Whiting, Indiana. I'm Jared Schlensky, joined by Nathan Laird, and we are so excited tonight to bring you the inaugural season of the Midwest Spring Football League. Neither of these teams have ever played college football, but that is going to change tonight, and you are going to get your first taste of college football here on Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports and regionsports.com. It came official June of 2021 that these two teams were going to be part of a 6-team Midwest Spring Football League, becoming the second Sprint Conference Football League in the nation. We start back out east. We've seen it from the 30s with Cornell, Army, West Point, Navy, and now we get to see it here in the Midwest between two small local schools out of the state of Indiana. St. Mary of the Woods College, about 3 hours south of here. Calumet College, less than a mile south of here. But we finally get to see it tonight. And just like you, we have no idea what to expect. Nathan, we've been prepping for this game for a while, and there are just so many unknowns, but I'm not so sure that's a bad thing. There is so much to be excited for tonight.
No, it's a historic night here at the RPG up in Whiting, the first game for Crimson Wave Sprint football. And you said we've done a lot of prep work here for tonight's game. Well, how about the folks here at Calumet College of St. Joseph who've done a lot of prep work, get this program off the ground? Andy Marks, the athletic director, Jay Novak, the head coach. Talking to Jay, he recruiting kids from all over the country to come here to Whiting and play for the Crimson Wave. But you also have a strong contingent of region players on this roster. And for region football fans who are watching here this evening, you're going to hear a lot of familiar names in this lineup for the Crimson Wave. You're going to hear a lot of familiar names we talked about on the coaching staff for the Crimson Wave. So it's an awesome night for football here in the region. You mentioned sprint football. For anybody who's wondering what sprint football is, it's a weight limit. You got to weigh 178 pounds or less on the Thursday prior to the game, and then day of the game you could be up to, you said 195? 190 the day of the game. So you're going to see some lighter players here on the field this evening, but we're going to see a lot of action, and I think we're going to see a lot of different action than you'd expect. You think, all right, lighter players, we're going to see a lot of air in and out and everything. That's not necessarily going to be the case. We'll talk about that, especially when it comes to the Crimson Wave here in a little bit, but we got some pregame festivities we got to get to, and we were able to talk with Coach Jay Novak earlier this week in our Calumet College Coaches Show. So why don't we take a quick time out? When we come back, we will replay that interview with Jay Novak getting ready for the season. Yeah, I can't wait. Looking forward to it. We're going to take our first time out here on Region Sports Network. When we get back, we will have that interview as our very own Chris Ramirez sits down with head coach Jason Novak. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the brand new Calumet College Coaches Show with Jay Novak. I'm Chris Ramirez here on the campus of Calumet College of St. Joseph's in Whiting, the first of what will be many coaches shows. And Jay, welcome in here. Glad to be up here. We've got a lot to talk about today.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Well, Jay, thanks for having us, actually, because this is sort of your show. The reason we're here today is something very special is coming up in Whiting, and it's going to start Saturday. Sprint football, college football. Sprint football, as it's known, is coming to Northwest Indiana, and you're the head coach for the Calumet College Crimson Wave football team, the first year of the program here, Jay, and we want to talk a little bit about that. Opening game, week number 1, college football, coming up this Saturday at Ray P. Galvin Stadium in Whiting.
Yeah, yes, sir. First of all, for those of the listeners that are not familiar with sprint football, I want to talk about that for a second. It's basically 11-on-11 football. We have it's a weight requirement of 178, so the guys got to weigh in on Thursdays in order to play on Saturdays. We play our games on Saturdays. Like you mentioned, we play this Saturday coming up at 7 p.m. But it's really an opportunity for guys that are not getting recruited. your Division III, Division II type kids, that guys that look like they're being passed up, but they're still some special athletes out there. They just might not be 6'5" or 6'3", 250 to 300 pounds. I mean, there's a lot of those 150 pounders, 5'9", 5'6", 5'5", that they can play the game of football, and this is an opportunity for them. Calumet College has just offered this program this year. We just started this. It's a startup from scratch. We've literally from the state championship game last year to, well, even prior to that, we've been working on this thing. The administration here is great. We have very supportive of what we're doing. And we have dorms on campus now being built. We have, we do offer academic and athletic scholarships here. So it's a great opportunity for, some guys that aren't getting recruited to be able to play here. So.
Yeah, and Jay, we got a chance to talk about that before we came on air here. A number of local kids. So one of the exciting things about this for a lot of people is that it's almost like it's a college football team, but it's made up of about half the kids here on your roster. You got 60-some kids. About half of them are local. A lot of names that people in the region are going to remember when they come out here to see this team. Oh, so let's talk a little bit about your recruiting process and who some of these kids are.
Sure. So when we started this thing, we have some coaches that are all from the region too. So we've made some ties, and we've networked with a lot of families here. I've coached personally for 25 years, 8 years as the head coach. One of my stops being at Portage. One of my first phone calls was a kid from Portage that I didn't even coach in my position group, and Isaac Hedgewood. He reached out to me and says, "Hey, I'd be interested in playing ball," and I was interested in what he's weighing. So that was one of the first conversations. Is what are you weighing, and what are we how to go from there. So myself, Coach Geffert, Coach Morick, Coach Muslik, they all had ties to the region here along with mine. Obviously, I was in East Chicago at Clark, at Portage, Andrean, Lake Station. I mean, basically our networking, through other coaches and us kind of getting this thing out and really explaining what sprint football is to everybody, because a lot of coaches were a little uninformed about it. It's a newer sport. It's been going on since 1934. It's newer to the Midwest. They've been playing on the East Coast, Army, Navy, Cornell, Mansfield University. They got about a 9-team league there, 2 different divisions. We are going to do some interleague play there, which is pretty exciting. But, again, we're the first Midwest expansion. There's teams from Louisville, Quincy, Lexington, Terre Haute, and also St. Louis. So we really getting back to it. We had to inform the coaches. Okay, so that was part of it too. So a lot of the coaches in the region, thank you for your help and really getting us connected with some kids. We got kids representing from all over here.
Yeah, well, one of the things that I like about this here, having this program locally in Whiting here, to me, Northwest Indiana, the Calumet region's always been the home of the undersized football player, I get asked, why don't we have more guys going D1? We got a lot of great players. They may not be D1 or even sometimes D2 kind of size, but we got a ton of guys that are 5'9", 170, that play offensive line or tight end or fullback around the area. You talk about all those Griffith teams earlier with Russ Radke. They had, everybody was undersized on those teams, and yet look how good they were. And I see that a lot in Northwest Indiana. So a lot of the players that you have are going to be kids that people recognize and names that they remember. And not only that, Jay, you've filled your coaching staff with a lot of local names. You mentioned a couple, but I've got the list here in front of me. We're talking about John Maurik, Ben Geffert, Chuck Miller, Mel Hay, Jonathan Buckner, Adam Muselik, Chris Davenport, John LaFoy, Doug Ashenbaugh, Jeff Stone, and Ante Dozen. That's quite a list, Jay. I mean, you've got quite a support staff here, and with these guys in place, it tells me that your local recruiting is going to be very strong.
Yeah, so, I mean, those guys have been amazing. I've asked a lot of them. It's been a transition. A lot of those guys have been long-time high school coaches, and, they're making the transition with me, over to the college game. And there's a lot to it. I mean, there's the recruiting aspect alone. I mean, it's year round. Right now, I got 2023s that are in all of our inboxes on Twitter saying, "Hey, look at me. Here's my film." The job that they have done on, with recruiting alone, let alone being on the field. I mean, they are all masters, okay, of their positions. I mean, they really they work hard at it. They are very detail oriented. We are developing kids here, and it's exciting. It's really exciting, and their networking along with ours. I mean, we all go to clinics. We all have not only in just Indiana. And you will see our roster. I mean, we're all over the country. I mean, we're from Vegas to California to Florida to Georgia, Michigan. These guys have worked extremely hard, and I'm so proud to take the field with these guys going forward.
Every time I call you, Jay, you're somewhere else. You're off in a different state somewhere. You're out at a camp. So I know how hard you guys have been working, and it all starts on Saturday. This Saturday here, all that work you've been doing now, you get to go out Saturday night, 7 o'clock, under the lights, on the lakefront here in Whiting, Ray P. Gallivan Stadium. You got St. Mary of the Woods coming up from Terre Haute to play you guys in the home opener. Let's talk about this here. This is exciting stuff here. The first game, the inaugural contest for the Calumet College Crimson Wave football team. And hopefully we'll get a packed house. If you're interested, if you're thinking about coming out, Jay, let's talk a little bit to the fans here. They want to come out and see some college football. Kickoff's at 7 o'clock. What else can we tell them?
Well, if you have never been to Whiting before, sorry, I got goosebumps. You start talking about all that. I'm pretty proud to be the head coach here and to be able to represent the region. So, yeah, I mean, if you've never been to Whiting, I mean, downtown Whiting, I mean, there's a ton of restaurants. You can park your car literally anywhere in Whiting and walk through downtown area. You could even make it and walk to the field as well. Excuse me. And you can there's some restaurants that'll be taken via golf cart from their restaurant to the field. We've lined up. The town's very excited about this as well as us at Calumet College here. There's you got the lakefront there too, so I mean it's gonna be about 85 and sunny on Saturday, so you could have a little picnic on the beach, and you got a nice. The lakefront is unbelievable what the mayor has done with the city there here. They just continue to invest in their city here. It's a great city. Love that we get to represent that, and you can make a day out of this thing. Come on over at 7 p.m. We're at Ray P. Gallivan Field, and we hope to represent well.
Well, Jay, you mentioned the city of Whiting and all there is to do here. So, yeah, if you're thinking about coming out for a game, come on out to Whiting. Get here early. You might want to spend some time on the beach. A beautiful lakefront here. Whiting Park is unbelievable, Jay. You talk about what the city has done to kind of reclaim that and repurpose it into what it is now. For people my age, they might remember Whiting Park as Lakefront Park as a place you only went after dark, if you know what I mean. Now it's a gem on the lakefront, and a lot of people in Northwest Indiana don't know about it yet. So you want to go out to the beach, you don't have to go to the dunes. You can come to Whiting, spend a few hours. If you like riding your bike or walking, there are paths and trails throughout the area from Wolf Lake right up to the lakefront. That's what I'll be doing, Jay, before the game. I'm going to be bringing my mountain bike out here and riding for a couple hours.
I see you all the time out there, man.
So you can spend a whole day or a part of a day in Whiting and then come to the game. Like you said, lots of restaurants and things. So anyone that's even considering wanting to find out what this sprint football is all about, make plans 7 o'clock Saturday night, to be down here or up here in Whiting, depending on where you're coming from, and to see what it's all about. A lot of local kids, a lot of local coaches. And then not only that, like you said, Jay, it's not just the local flavor, but you will also get to see kids from around the country who have chosen to come here and play in Northwest Indiana. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, just to touch on that a little bit, the families that are listening to this now, because I know I got families from Texas and Florida and all over, and just really getting to know them and really building a relationship with them, them taking me into their home. It's special. I mean, that's stuff that I'll keep with me for the rest of my life, and I hope to continue those connections with these people from all over the country. I mean, and them the ultimate trust of entrusting us with their son and allowing us to help them make that next step in life. You know.
Well, Jay, it all starts Saturday. You started this with no players and no other coaches when you got hired. Now you've got 66 players on your roster and 11 assistant coaches, among other support and what have you. That's a lot to get done in a short time. Congratulations on what you guys have accomplished so far in putting the program together. And good luck starting on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. We hope to be broadcasting at W, and I got a good feeling that this program, no matter what happens on Saturday, Jay, is going to get off to a great start, and good things are in your future. They picked the right man for the job.
I appreciate that. Again, it's just one day at a time, and we're going to build this thing brick by brick.
All right, well, it all starts Saturday. The first brick is right here. Jay Novak, he's the head coach of the Calumet College Crimson Wave sprint football team. Again, 7 o'clock Saturday, Ray P. Gallivan Stadium. If that sounds familiar to you, it's where the Whiting Oilers play. You may have been there already. So come on out to Whiting Saturday, watch some college football, and see what sprint football is all about. So for Jay Novak, for Nathan Laird, Claude Martinez, I'm Chris Ramirez. Thanks for watching. This has been the Calumet College Crimson Wave Coaches Show on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Did you know?
Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait.
Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week.
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party.
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area.
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
The St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys have officially taken the field, and that means that we are closer to kickoff here in the inaugural game of sprint football between the Calumet College of St. Joseph Crimson Wave and the visiting St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys. Jared Schlensky here with you on Region Sports Network for the first ever college football game here on Region Sports Network. Super excited to bring it to you tonight, and I'm fortunate right now to be joined by Chris Artem, Director of Student Financial Services at Calumet College of St. Joseph. First, Chris, thank you so much for taking the time. It's an honor to have you on the
Jared,
broadcast.
thanks for having me up here. This is just an exciting time, something that we've been working on for well over a year now, and all the hard work that's been put in by our president on down to everybody at the campus, and it's real now. It's here, and I couldn't be more excited, and I know I share the sentiments of our team.
Talk about what it took to make this happen. Obviously, in June of 2021, we found out that the Midwest Sprint Football League was going to be formed. Calumet College and St. Mary of the Woods were going to be two of the 6 teams, but now we're finally here a little bit over a year, and now we're going to get to finally play football.
Yeah, it's it was a ground level. I mean, from hiring the coach, and I know you're going to get some more details of that as we go forward in the evening. But from hiring Jason Novak to getting the recruitment going, and I mean, he went basically from coast to coast. Recruiting players. I mean, we've got from Texas, we've got from Nevada, we've got out from the East Coast. So a lot of work involved with that. And along with that was a happy problem that we had is where do we put these folks? And as of last Friday, we had our ribbon cutting. Oh, and
An excellent job there on the singing of the national anthem.
You know,
Chris?
that's actually Delaney Craig. She is the daughter of our senior vice president of enrollment athletics, Johnny Craig. Great singer. She writes her own music. I happen to know her. We've played together a few times. Just a great family, and I know you'll talk to Johnny later on at halftime. But
last question before we get you
Yes.
out of here. Finally, we get to play football. What has the vibe been on campus leading up to this week?
Oh, electric. You know, once again, I started to talk about the dorms and everything. We had the ribbon cutting, all of this, the students going down to Rensselaer, the summer camp, just everything. But this week, it's been electric. We couldn't wait for this to happen, and now we're here.
Coin toss is coming up next. We'll let you know how it goes following this timeout. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
It's time for the Saturday Night Forecast, brought to you by your friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter here on the lakefront in Whiting. Currently 78 degrees. It is clear skies above our heads, an absolutely beautiful night. Clear conditions will continue for the rest of the night. Wind gusts up to 20 miles an hour. Jared, we need those to turn its way to the press box here. It's a little stuffy here in the press box. But no, an absolutely gorgeous night here in the Oil City. If you don't have any plans, come on down here to Ray P. Gallivan Field and check out some Crimson Wave football for the first time here. Live taking on St. Mary of the Woods Pomeroys. That's your Economy Electric Heating and Cooling Saturday Night Forecast. You can find Economy Electric Heating and Cooling on the web at forajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Thank you so much, Nathan, with that.
You're welcome.
Weather forecast. We have kickoff coming up shortly in the inaugural game, the inaugural season for both these teams. The home team, Calumet College of St. Joseph, home of the Crimson Wave, just a little bit of a mile south of here. Meanwhile, their opponent, St. Mary of the Woods College, home of the Pomeroys, not too far outside of Terre Haute, 3 hours south here of Whiting. They made the trip. These teams, they weighed in on Thursday. You have to be under 178 pounds to participate in sprint football. You weigh in again on Monday, you weigh in tonight, which is Saturday, and you have to be under 190 pounds. So just like you and me,
I'm not under 190 pounds.
No,
so,
we're not.
Okay.
I'm not. Well, yeah, I am, but yes, no.
No, I'm definitely not. So, but you know what I like about both of these teams coming in for their inaugural season? You got a couple guys in their head coaches, and Jay Novak, obviously a veteran region head coach, head coach at Clark High School, not far from where we're at right now. We're here in the Whiting-Robertsdale area. Head coach at East Chicago Central for a few years. Was at Portage as an assistant. Was at Andrean last season. Won a state title as an assistant coach at Andrean last year. He was an assistant coach at Whiting before. So he's a guy with deep region football roots who, he was able to recruit basically coast to coast, get some kids from all over the country to come here to Calumet College. But you look at the amount of region kids that we're going to talk about tonight that Jay Novak has on his roster for the Crimson Wave. And then conversely, for St. Mary of the Woods, Coach Blaine Powell coming in from Sullivan High School. Again, you look at where he's getting his players from. He's getting his players from, where he's got his roots at as well. So I like first year of the program, both these guys coming up from the high school ranks to start building these programs at Cal College and St. Mary of the Woods, respectively. So I like that aspect, that it's not, somebody who's not familiar with the communities that they're trying to build these programs in. They're familiar with those areas. And like I said, when we talk about the Crimson Wave, you're going to hear a lot of familiar names, and we'll be shouting out their hometowns and high schools as well throughout the evening. Like I said, because there's a lot of region kids here suiting up for CCSJ.
And it'll be CCSJ kicking off to begin their inaugural season. The St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys, they are the visitor in the white and blue. The Crimson Wave in the crimson red jerseys, the white helmets, and the black bottoms.
And we did get permission to call them the Woods if we want to shorten it up a little bit.
Kicking off now, Nino Barbosa from Whiting. And how about that, the Whiting native to get the season started. An onside kick, and it doesn't work. Well, you talk about taking a shot, why not?
I love the guts. I love it. I love the attempt there. We want to start things off with a bang, the attempt there. And, like you said, what better way to start it off with Nino Barbosa being the first player to officially touch the football, kick the football for Crimson Wave right here on the field. He did some amazing things for the Whiting Oilers during his high school career for Whiting, and he's the first player to touch the ball in Cal College football history.
Let's talk a little bit about our Castle Subaru keys to the game before we get going. Get your keys to a new Castle today, a Castle Subaru that is. Let's talk about this Crimson Wave team. We don't know much about them. We do know that they've got a lot of region guys that have had success, particularly on offense.
And I think for both teams tonight, it's going to be which team reacts best to adversity. It's the first game situation for both these teams. Calumet College was supposed to have a scrimmage that ended up getting canceled. They've hit each other a lot. They've had some controlled scrimmages, but this is the first live action collegiately that a lot of these guys have ever seen. So who's going to react to that speed, that tempo a little bit better? That's going to go a long way in this game. And which team's going to win that trench battle? It's, talking about sprint football. That's something that gets overlooked a little bit, but you still got to run the football. Calumet College is going to look to run some power. We're going to talk about their offense when they have the ball. So which team's going to win the battle of the trenches is always super, super important.
St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys on offense. At the 48 of the Crimson Wave, they go to a screen right away, and it hits the turf. Unable to connect, Brennan Landry with his wide receiver, Kyle Vernelson. Just looking to get it going in the horizontal passing attack, but Vernelson couldn't hang on, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. The St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys starting 11 looks like this on the line from left to right. It's Adamani Parker, Kevin Garcia, Lane Sluter, Chris Torrance, and Abbott Church. Brennan Landry is the quarterback. The receiver there that wasn't able to haul in the pass, Kyle Vernelson, along with the halfback, Devron Johnson, Andres Miller, and the tight end, Carlos Munoz Jr.
They're moving quick here.
2nd and 10. Yes, we are expecting a no huddle. Quarterback keeper gets about 4 yards. Good penetration from the linebackers there by the Crimson Wave. The first guy to the ball was Amari Miller, and this is going to bring up 3rd down.
Amari Miller, another former Whiting Oiler, there in on the tackle for the Crimson Wave. They red quarterback draw all the way. It was nicely blocked at first by the Pomeroys, but the Crimson Wave showing off their speed on defense. Not only Miller, but Trevor Bussey, a former Knox Redskin, making the play.
3 down linemen for the Crimson Wave. 3 linebackers. It looks like they're going to bring pressure. They do. 5-man rush. Throw down the far sideline. He's got his man, and he overthrew him. A little bit too far out in front of the speedster, Andres Miller. Landry had him, and he missed him.
Boy, that's one Brennan Landry's going to be having nightmares about that this evening, Jared. The entire drive back to Terre Haute, he's going to be thinking about that pass because that was busted coverage, and the Crimson Wave catch a break there because Miller got right past the defensive back, Damon Johnson, and Crimson Wave breathe a sigh of relief there that that one did not connect for 6. He was wide open.
And they're going to keep the offense on the field. So how about that? Your first offensive series, they're not going to punt. 4th and about 7. Pressure comes. He evades pressure. Landry with his legs has the first down and then some. Down the far sideline and pushed out of bounds at the 15. A pickup of 30 on the play. Give Landry credit there. He stayed poised, avoided the pressure, and used his legs to move the sticks.
And like we saw a design draw earlier, that was not a design draw. Landry just did a nice job reading the defense, taking what was given to him. Great downfield blocking by Patrick Perea for the Pomeroys to help spring him for another 10 or so extra yards. So a huge play for St. Mary of the Woods. After the missed opportunity on the long pass, they pick up the first down on a long run from the quarterback.
Didn't know what to expect from either team so far. We're seeing the Crimson Wave bring pressure. Let's see what they do here on 1st and 10. Jet sweep goes to the outside, and it is sniffed out pretty well by the Crimson Wave. The ball carrier, Devron Johnson, all the way from Maryland, made a little bit of something out of it and is going to pick up about 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be able to get to the corner there, but Xander Delachey for the Crimson Wave was able to track him down, took a nice angle on that, kept it to a minimal gain, but it looked like for a second there, Jared, that Johnson was able to get to the corner, find pay dirt.
We are officially 2 minutes into the season. 2nd down and 7. It's at the 15. Brennan gives to Johnson. He works the other side this time and gets a good pickup on 2nd and 7, really close to the marker. Is going to set up 3rd down.
Pomeroy is trying to establish the run here after they moved the sticks on that 4th down conversion. Make it a very manageable 3rd down. Isaac Hedgewood on the tackle there, former Portage Indian.
Play number 7 of the drive. They started inside the Crimson Wave territory. They tried an onside kick to open the season. And now it's 3rd down and about 3 to go.
I have to assume this is 4-down territory still.
Trips to the near side. Brennan with time. Fade ball. Far sideline. Incomplete. Good coverage on the opposite side of the field by the cornerback, Messiah Selby. He sniffed that one out. And Brennan just couldn't hook up with Andres Miller.
Yeah, Messiah Selby, who was all over the intended receiver there. He wasn't giving him an inch of daylight to find some space there to get open in the corner of the end zone. Great coverage, causing the leading to the 4th down here as Pomeroys look like they're going to be going for it again. No surprise.
They picked up the 4th down when it was 4th and 3 from just beyond midfield. Let's see what they do here on 4th and 4. Brennan had to use his legs. Brennan Landry had to use his legs the first time. What do they do here? 2 receivers on both sides. Landry has time. To the outside, it's broken up. Big hit on hand.
Quindarius Davis goes in and knocks the ball out of the hands of the receiver. Sorry to cut you off there, Jared, but Quindarius Davis laying the wood here to end the Pomeroys' first drive. What a hit to give his team the ball.
That's a big momentum shifter, too. Good field position for St. Mary of the Woods to begin the season. And while Cal College, they couldn't get the 4th down stop the first time, they do get it here, though.
Well, you know how a lot of colleges do like the hit stickers or the helmet stickers if they do something good? Quindarius Davis earned one for that play right there out of Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Now we get to see Cal College go to work offensively for the first time. Their first game, again, both teams' first season, and they're playing sprint football. And so far, entertaining to begin the season. Just about 3 minutes into this game, we're scoreless. The Pomeroys turn the ball on downs, and now we get to see the Cal College of St. Joseph Crimson Wave go to work offensively. They're going to go to work from their own 12.
They're adjusting the play clock.
Yeah, I don't think it got set. They need to reset the play clock. A lot of shotgun from the Pomeroys, and we're going to see the gun right now here from the Crimson Wave. They're going to spread them out. Trips to the near side, 1 to the far. 2 down linemen with about 5 in the box.
Don't be surprised if they run out of a formation like this. They really like their power game.
Blaze Cano gives it off, and not a whole lot there for the running back, and that was Jonathan Flemings, who had just a terrific career at Michigan City High. He gets the ball, the first touch ever from the Crimson Wave offense.
Yeah, Blaze Cano, former Hanover Central Wildcat, standout in multiple sports. Jonathan Fleming, as you mentioned, Jared, former Michigan City standout running back. You got Nino Barbosa on this offense.
2nd down and long to the air. Close to the first down. Barbosa makes a couple of men miss, and Barbosa pumped up, moving the chains and wants the crowd to get up here.
Yeah, boy, like we said earlier, Nino Barbosa is no stranger to making plays here at the RPG. He knows how to move the sticks. When he gets the ball in his hands, he is absolutely electric.
He sure is, and he goes to the other side in between two receivers, a pickup of just about 20 yards there.
Pomeroy stacking the box big time. They're playing the run to Fleming.
Let's see if they bring pressure. They do. They rush 5. Fleming up the gut, has a hole. Off the one guy, now another, stumbles into the Pomeroys territory, past the 40, and back-to-back first downs on back-to-back plays.
This is exactly what the Crimson Wave want to do offensively. They want to lead the way with their running game. They feel that their offensive line is physical enough to create holes for a big back in Jonathan Fleming, who is right about at that weight limit. He's going to be one of the bigger backs you're going to see here in this Sprint Football League. They have no problem riding his legs down the field.
Kano.
They want to move things running the ball.
Adjusting his offensive line. Let's see if he gives it off to Fleming again. Nope, he's going to go to the air. Pressure comes. Kano rolls right and somehow stays on his feet. Now reverses field. The Pomeroys sniff it out, and Kano somehow turns what looked to be a major loss into a positive gain. But make no mistake about it, he took a good hit there. Hard hit from Elias DeJesus.
Still one of the more impressive one-yard runs you'll ever see, wasn't it? I don't know how Kano got out of trouble there. Was able to escape the sack. He was looking at a 6, 7, 8-yard loss. Turns it into maybe a half-a-yard pickup, if even that. But if you're the Crimson Wave, you'll take it compared to what you were facing on second down if he takes that sack.
2 safety highs. Haven't seen a whole lot of that today so far from the Pomeroys defense. Give, off-tackle run, and a good pickup on second down. First time tonight we've called the name of running back Dietrich Merriweather.
Another former Michigan City Wolf that Coach John Maurer, the offensive coordinator for the Crimson Wave, coached in high school. They have a whole stable of running backs that they are very excited about here at Cal College. Dietrich Merriweather, one of those guys you're going to see get the ball a lot in this power running game that they're trying to establish.
They picked up the third down, on their first third down. Let's see what they can do here.
Again, I think 4-down territory here.
Kano, low snap, picks it up, and gets hit as he throws and somehow finds a man down the near sideline and into the end zone for a 6 is Darren Reese. Reese on a broken play goes 35 yards down the sideline, and it's 6-0 Cal College to begin their inaugural football season.
Boy, what poise there by Blaze Kano to pick up the ball and be able to fire that ball away under pressure. Reese was open, and Kano got the ball, and Darren Reese did the rest, breaking a tackle and showing his speed down the sideline. An Indianapolis native went to Indy Washington High School, did Darren Reese, and he's showing some wheels there to get the Crimson Wave on the scoreboard. The first touchdown in Crimson Wave football history scored by Darren Reese. So there you go. If anybody asks you that in a trivia question, there's your answer.
Christian Price out for the PAT. Flag comes in. The PAT is good. And the Crimson Wave go 87 yards and find the end zone to begin their season.
See what the penalty's on. I think the Pomeroys were offsides. Yeah, they're declining it. The extra point is good. What a drive there. You talk about a great job being multi-dimensional on offense, mixing in the run and the pass, and the poise by Blaze Kano on 2 plays there. 2 of those final 3 plays in that drive. To avoid the sack and pick up 1 yard, and then pick up the low snap from his center, have the poise to get it out to Reese, who did the rest from there.
7-0 our score. Cal College of St. Joseph scores on their first offensive series. We'll take a quick timeout. When we return, we'll continue first quarter action. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
The first touchdown in the history of Cal College of St. Joseph football goes to Darren Reese. Catches the pass in the flat, goes 35 yards down the sideline, and just like that, it's 7-0 in favor of the home Cal College of St. Joseph Crimson Wave. Barbosa kicked the first one. It was an onside kick attempt. This time it's a low line drive, picked up nicely by Devron Johnson, still on his feet and knocked out of bounds around his own 45. Another good start for this offense. Great field position yet again for the Pomeroys.
Yeah, and he had some space on the outside there. Nino Barbosa, we've said his name a lot tonight. He's going to be in the running for that Boilermakers Local 374 blue collar player of the game. He made the tackle. You never want your kicker making the tackle. I know he's not a, a traditional kicker. He's not a sole position kicker, but you never want, just coverage-wise, you never want your kicker making the tackle on the kickoff. So good field position for the Woods here as they look to get on the board. Again, they trail 7-0.
And they must have called a penalty because he was definitely knocked out of bounds. And I didn't see the flag, but I'm going to assume it was a late hit. And it's going to give the Pomeroys 1st and 10 inside the Crimson Wave territory, officially at the 47. Give up the middle. This time it's Andres Miller, who we've seen a little bit get involved in the passing attack. He gets just out past the 45 of of Calumet College for a pickup of about 3.
Trevor Bussey did a nice job getting off the block of the right tackle to get in and make the tackle on that one, joined by Brian Walker, another former Michigan City Wolf.
2nd and 7. 9 minutes to go here in the first. Calumet College of St. Joe up 7-0. St. Mary of the Woods. 3 receivers to the far side. Horizontal passing attack. There's Andres Miller, and he can't get a whole lot.
Ball's loose.
Ball came out. Calumet College says they have it. Do they? And that's the question.
No signal from the refs just yet. Calumet College is, and it is Crimson Wave football. Miller way too lackadaisical with the football. You got to hold that high and tight in there. He was on the wide receiver screen. He was carrying that outside, and the opportunistic Crimson Wave defense able to knock it out of his hands, pounce on it. Boy, if you believe in momentum, I think Calumet College is riding the Crimson Wave of momentum there, Jared.
Manny Montalvo on the recovery. And again, they get the 4th down stop on St. Mary of the Woods' first offensive series. Now they force a fumble, and they're going to have their best field position so far today, going to work from their own 40.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of the Crimson Wave defense. They're bringing a lot of pressure, but in that time when they didn't, Coach Hay was still, Mel Hay, the defensive coordinator, still showing like they were going to be in pressure. They're really confusing Brennan Landry, the quarterback for the Pomeroys.
Blaze Kano drops back. Pressure comes. Can't escape, though. Brought down for a loss of 10 on the play. He tried to go the opposite way, and a very nice job finishing the sack by Hunter Cardwell. Defensive end out of Florida there. And now 1st and 10 is all of a sudden 2nd and 20.
Yeah, Trey Jackson in on there as well. That Crimson Wave line's got to hold up a little bit longer. Kano was able to get out of a couple tough situations that first drive. You can't be asking your quarterback to do that all night. That line's got to hold up more for him.
Bottom of your screen, Barbosa in the slot. He doesn't get it. Instead, it goes to the running back in the backfield, and not a whole lot there on 2nd and 20. It was Darren Reese, and this is going to bring up 3rd and long. 3rd down for the Crimson Wave. They lead 7-0, 7:38 to go. Jared Schlensky alongside Nathan Laird here on Region Sports Network. 2 receivers set to the near, 1 to the far. Kano rolls right, has time, takes a shot over the middle of the field, and it's hauled in really close to the marker.
I think he's going to be just a little bit short.
Nice job there finding the soft spot in the defense by Lauren Ruth. And they're going to rule him about 3 yards short, and this is going to bring up 4th and manageable.
They did not get a good, generous spot there. I thought he was much closer to the sticks than that. But Calumet College playing hurry up and going to get to the line. I'm surprised that the spot of that ball. Coach Novak's going to take a timeout. And I think he's going to talk to the officials as well about the spot of the football. But that was a nice job by Blaze Kano there. Ruth, who was his number 1 target, his intended receiver the whole way, he actually fell down. I was watching where Kano's eyes was going, and Ruth fell down, and Kano was able to get outside that pocket a little bit more, extend the play, wait for his receiver to get up, and then complete the pass to make it a much more manageable 4th down situation. Again, I thought it was a little bit closer to the sticks.
4th down and 3 to go, 6:54 remaining. Jared Schlensky joined by Nathan Laird. Reminder tonight that you are watching this game courtesy of Region Sports Network. Follow us online at regionsports.com and online at facebook.com/Region Sports.
We also got awards we're going to hand out in the postgame, Jared. We got our Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. That's brought to you by the Crowell Companies. They're the insurance superheroes, and I'm proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field. And after that timeout, it looks like Cal College is going to elect to punt.
It was 4th and 3, and it's still 4th and 3. And while Cal College's defense has been fantastic so far, forced a fumble and then got the turnover on downs on St. Mary of the Woods College first offensive series. And now we get to see a punter for the first time today. It's Jared Saez.
They got a fake in him here. We saw an onside kick attempt earlier.
I would be weary of it. Pretty good boot. Takes a Crimson Wave bounce. This thing keep rolling all the way inside the 5. Is going to be touched by Cal College of St. Joe's at about the 3. And that is where St. Mary of the Woods will go to work on their 3rd offensive series of the night.
And that's why you don't fake it. You got a punter like Saez who could do just that and pin the Pomeroys real deep in their own zone there.
Let's talk a little bit about this St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys. Just like Cal College of St. Joe, didn't really know a whole lot. Neither of those teams have ever played a game. It's the inaugural season for the Midwest Spring Football League. We're able to pick up some yards so far, but have not been able to finish drives.
Right, they had the one drive, the first drive. They took it all the way down deep into the Crimson Wave red zone and turned it over on downs, then fumbled last time. They got to be careful here on their own 3.
Brennan Landry has done some good stuff with his legs. This time it goes to Devron Johnson, and he's going to lose yards. Not a safety, but this is going to bring them back from the 3 to about the 1.
Yeah, they're gonna stop them at the 1. A whole host of Crimson Wave defenders there making the tackle. And shout out to RSN team member Michael Bradner, who's watching tonight's game. Thanks for watching there, buddy.
2nd down and 12. We are halfway through quarter number 1. The Crimson Wave at the line of scrimmage look like they might bring some pressure. 1 safety high. Top of your screen is Andres Miller. He's been targeted a lot early on tonight. Let's see if Brennan Landry goes there here. Snap is off with time. Instead, goes to the far sideline, and it's broken up. Excellent hit on hand by Quindarius Davis.
That's the second time we've talked about Quindarius Davis breaking up a pass with a hit. He did it on the 4th down, which is an early candidate for a Proud Union home play of the game, and here breaking up this pass because Brennan Landry had a lot of time there in the pocket to sit and go through his progressions and make his reads. And he had his receiver open, but a strong physical play by Davis breaks up the pass and sets up the Pomeroys in a tough 3rd down situation. 3rd and about 12 from their own 1-yard line. I'm wondering if you call a draw or something, just try to help your punter out.
Let's see if they can get the snap off. Play clock is at 2. They do. And a whistle.
That they're going to get a timeout in first.
Yeah, they didn't look like they were set up. And, well, we'll take a timeout with them. 5:41 to go here in the first. Cal College of St. Joe on top 7-0. When we return, it'll be 3rd and 11 for the St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys offense. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Cal College of St. Joseph, home of the Crimson Wave. Well, they scored a touchdown in their opening series, but the story so far, Nathan, has been the defense. They've got a turnover on downs and a forced fumble. Now they're looking to force havoc here on 3rd and 11 at St. Mary of the Woods 2-yard line.
Defense has been flying to the ball all over the place. I've been super impressed with the Crimson Wave defense.
Man in motion. Thomas Brennan with time. Takes a shot for Miller, and Miller can't bring it in on top of his own sideline. Nice coverage again from these defensive backs for Cal College, and this time it was the corner left on an island in Manny Montalvo. He recovered the fumble earlier. Now he makes a great play in coverage.
And Brennan Landry throws an absolutely beautiful spiral for the Pomeroys, and he puts that one right in the pocket in tough coverage, but the coverage was really good, and the receiver unable to make a play. And I get trying to take the shot downfield, but you did your punter here, Justin White. No favor with the short end zone. He's just going to have to take a sidestep pooch punt, and the Crimson Wave are going to get real good field position.
2 returners back. It's Barbosa, going all the way towards the opposite sideline, and wow, what a pickup. About 20 yards on that return, and now Cal College has their best field position tonight as Barbosa comes off limping.
Yeah, that's what I was saying is, again, I get you want to make the big play, pick up that 3rd and 11, but sometimes you have to think of that battle of field position, and you help your punter out a little bit there. He had no choice but to take a couple side steps, almost a soccer-style kick there, and you knew Calumet College of St. Joseph was going to get good field position anyways, and then you add that return by Barbosa on top of it, and you got great field position for the Crimson Wave as they try to go up by 2 scores here.
7-0 our score. Cal College with their third offensive series. 1 receiver to the far left, 2 to the near side. Up the middle it goes to Elijah Antis, and Antis muscles forward past the 20 for about 3.
And they're continuing that running back rotation like we talked about earlier, Jared. We saw Jonathan Flemings. Here's Elijah Antis. We saw Dietrich Merriweather. Darren Reese got a couple carries as well. So, again, Cal College likes their stable of running backs, and they're just going to keep rotating through, make sure all those guys stay fresh. They have confidence that all those guys can help move the sticks.
We've seen a lot of passes so far early on from Brennan, the starting quarterback for St. Mary of the Woods. Well, kind of the opposite for Cal College of St. Joe. A lot of runs. Off tackle run. Here's the speedster. Antis turns the corner, has the first down, and very close to the 10-yard line. Moves the sticks.
Nice block there by Dax Dietz there on the outside to help get the corner for Antis. Elijah Antis, running back from Gastonia, North Carolina.
A slow-moving first quarter. Cal College clinging to a 7-0 lead. And they've got a tight end today. Haven't seen a whole lot of the tight end involved. Here it goes again to Antis, and Antis somehow creates something out of nothing there on first down.
Picks up about 4.5 yards on that carry, on that 1st and goal. So keeping his team moving forward here. We'll see if they continue to ride his legs into the end zone or if they're going to take through the air with Kano, who's looking for his 2nd touchdown pass of the evening.
A lot of options here on 2nd and 6. What do? You consider maybe going to the air, a fade ball to the outside?
I think you've been running the ball so well. You stick with your running backs. You got a big back there in Elijah Antis. Your offensive line's starting to push him back a little bit, wear out that defensive front. Stick with the run.
Lauren Ruth isolated by himself. Now we get to see Kano run, and he inches forward past the 5, and this is going to bring up 3rd and short.
About 3rd and goal from about the 3-yard line here. Design quarterback draw, and Kano looked like he got shot out of a cannon on that one. Just got tripped up more than really fully tackled. Someone just got him by the feet to bring him down. Set up this 3rd down.
They can still pick up a first down here, even though they are inside the 5. Kano making a couple checks at the line. Play clocked at 10. The give to Antis, and he is in for 6.
That commitment to the running game that we were talking about earlier. They like their line. They like their backs. They think they can wear down opposing defensive fronts. That's what the Crimson Wave are doing right now. This was all on the running game for the Crimson Wave here on this drive as they take a 13-0 lead with just under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. This is the exact kind of play calling. Talking to the coaches pregame, the way this game is going is shaping out exactly what they wanted.
Jonathan Flemings from 3 yards out.
It was Flemings or Antis?
It was Flemings. The PAT is blocked and is short, but a flag came in late. Might be offsides. Oh, it did go in, excuse me. Offsides is going to be declined. It's 14-0 in favor of Cal College. We're going to take a timeout. Not even through one quarter yet. Cal College's inaugural game on top 14-0 over St. Mary of the Woods. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Attention homeowners, ready to start your next project? Need to pay off your debt? Refinance your home? Unlock the value of your home with a Centier Bank no-fee home equity loan or home equity line of credit. Stop by a local Centier branch today or visit us on the web at centier.com/home equity. Terms and conditions subject to change without notice, subject to credit approval. Centier Bank, NMLS number 408076, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Calumet College of St. Joe takes advantage of the great field position, and they find the end zone for the second time here in quarter number 1. 14-0 our score over St. Mary of the Woods College in the inaugural game for both teams. Got some sprint football. You got to be under 178 pounds, and while Nathan, we've seen some great speed, especially early on from Calumet College.
Yeah, we see great speed out of them. That touchdown pass by catch by Darren Reese, but we're seeing a lot of power. You just saw the replay. Jonathan Fleming's into the end zone from a couple yards out. They are wearing down this Pomeroy defensive front early in this ball game. That was one of the main goals for the offensive staff for the Crimson Wave. They're getting it done.
Jared Sayas, a low line drive kick, hauled in at around the 25. And this is going to be another good start for the Pomeroy's offense. The return man there was Jaden King. We've seen the Pomeroys move the ball, but give credit, Nathan, to this Crimson Wave defense. They have found a way to get stops. They forced a fumble, and they've gotten a turnover on downs already.
Well, they just have to be happy this time they're not starting on their own 2-yard line. After their last possession, they got at their 30. So, a lot of distance to go, but happy they're not backed up against their own end zone here. And, yeah, they got to find something consistently to get the ball moving here, not only to get on the scoreboard, but give their defense a rest, too, as well.
No doubt about it. Man in motion, Brennan Landry. Give up the middle, sniffed out nicely by the front of the Crimson Wave. And the first one there, we've called his name already once today, Alexander Delachey, there on the stop.
What we're noticing here out of this CCSJ defense is the gang tackling. Oftentimes it's not just one guy making a tackle. There's a bunch of them flying to the football. These guys are playing with a lot of energy, a lot of excitement here in this first quarter.
Second down. Brennan Landry has thrown in a lot early on. He goes to the air here, finds his man, but short of the marker initially, but inching forward. The speedster, Devron Johnson, we've seen him line up in the backfield there as a receiver, gets really close to the first down marker.
Did a fantastic job breaking a couple tackles. They're fighting for a few more yards. Still a couple yards short, but it could have been about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 if he would have gone down at the first tackle. It's a nice job by Devron Johnson to make this a much more manageable third down situation.
The Pomeroys have struggled on third down early on. They have picked up a fourth down, though. At the line, no huddle. Looking for the play from the offensive coordinator, Trey Powell, who is the son of the head coach, Blaine Powell. Motion man. Landry. Claps the hands, takes the snap, works to his right, and has the first down. A nice job there by Landry following his blockers and gets all the way out close to midfield.
And Brennan Landry on those design runs, we've seen him a couple times here in this ballgame doing a nice job out of the backfield, picking up his first downs on those runs from his quarterback spot, and that's a good power play for your quarterback. You can trust him to make the right call with his legs there and get the job done, move the sticks. And looks like we got an injury on the far side of the field for St. Mary of the Woods. Kerry Lacey was down. He's being helped over to the bench.
Remember to stick with us at halftime as we bring you the Hose Connections halftime report presented by Hose Connections. Proven under pressure. We're a long ways away, though, from halftime. Less than 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Cal College on top of St. Mary of the Woods, 14-0. Thomas Brennan on first down, give up the middle. Sniffed out nicely by the Crimson Wave, and that's going to be a good pickup here on first down.
Patrick Pereira, the running back for the Pomeroys. They haven't done, on their designed handoffs, the Crimson Wave defense did a great job sniffing them out. They're getting the job done on the ground with Brennan Landry from quarterback, but the design handoffs to any of the backs, Cal College doing a great job stopping those.
Pickup of 3 is going to make it 2nd and 7. along with Brennan in the backfield is Devron Johnson. Motion man, Brennan to pass. With time, jump pass, hauled in. Carlos Munoz Jr. still on his feet inside Crimson Wave territory to about the 35. They might even give him a little bit closer towards the 30.
Landry did a great job there escaping pressure, and the Crimson Wave brought a few extra guys, so he was able to find Munoz wide open. Nice touch on that. He throws a real pretty ball, Jared, does Brennan Landry. When he's able to get out of his hands, it is a picture-perfect spiral.
And he had to do that one in the air.
That was Mahomesian right there.
I know, right?
That's not a name I like to bring up as a Raiders fan, though.
Bottom of your screen, Andres Miller. Instead, they go to the running back in the backfield, Devron Johnson, and he muscles forward very close to the marker. All of a sudden now, some momentum building for this Pomeroys offense.
Yeah, you're not going to arm tackle it back. His size, Manny Montalvo, try to get an arm tackle there coming in from the defensive backfield. And you're not going to tackle it back that size. You're just reaching out trying to catch him.
They do give him the first down. This drive started at their own 30, and now all of a sudden they're close to the Crimson Wave 20. They crowd the line of scrimmage. No safety up top. It goes back to Devron Johnson on first down, and Devron Johnson is not going to get a whole lot. Good initial penetration by the Crimson Waves DB Manny Montalvo, and then brings us to the end of quarter number 1.
Yeah, Crimson Wave defense, they bend, don't break earlier. Let's see in the second quarter. They're bending here. Let's see if they can hold this Pomeroy team out of the end zone.
Let's talk about this first quarter. Well, we'll take a break, then we'll recap the first quarter. You're watching Game Night on the Region. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
We've played one quarter so far in the inaugural season of Sprint football here in the Midwest Spring Football League. And, well, Cal College, the home team here at Whiting High School, home of the Oilers, they are out on top to a 14-0 lead. But, Nathan, the Pomeroys are threatening, have really gained some momentum here on this offensive series.
Yeah, we've seen the Pomeroys be able to move the ball downfield. Just this Cal College defense is stepping up when it matters most to making a play. Let's see if they can do that again here. 2nd and 8 from the Cal College 20-yard line. Like I said before break, let's see if they continue to bend but not to break. This is when their defense has stepped up in big ways.
The last time the Pomeroys got inside the red zone, the Crimson Wave got the turnover on downs. Thomas Brennan taking a shot to the end zone. Fade ball. Broken up at the last second. Again, excellent coverage on the back end by Quindarius Davis.
Quindarius Davis all over the corner. Excuse me. That was that's number 1, Isaac Hedgewood, along with Davis in coverage. But the receiver made the catch. He just landed out of bounds. It's a great throw there by Brennan Landry.
Was looking for Andres Miller, and Miller just could not bring it in bounds. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. You think another end zone shot here? Expect to see the Pomeroys go back to the air?
Yeah, I think they go back through the air with the way Landry can sling it around the field.
Miller's going to go to the far sideline. Let's see if he looks for him here. With time. On the move. And incomplete. It looked to be as if he was looking for 2 receivers in the same spot. And ultimately, the man who got his hands on that football was Carlos Munoz Jr., and he couldn't haul it in.
I was a little surprised Brennan Landry let that football go. I thought he was able to pick up a few more yards. If not even get the first down. But he kind of panicked there. I think he was realized he was reaching the line of scrimmage and had to make a decision, decided to fling it. I'm surprised with the way we've seen him run the football that he didn't keep it himself, try to pick up that first down or at least make it a more manageable fourth down.
St. Mary of the Woods so far tonight, 1 for 2 on fourth down. They're going to go for it here. Tight formation. Are they considering a punt? No. Brennan jumps it off wide open on the other side of the field. Finds his man for 6. Wow, busted coverage, and give credit to Landry. He finds his man for 6, and it's the fullback.
So that's Corey Miller, number 15.
Corey Miller, yes, thank you very much. Nice pitch and catch there.
Former South Vermilion football player, and just busted coverage there, the tight formation.
All of a sudden, this is a ball game.
Yeah, that tight formation got all those Cal College defenders inside, and then Miller just took it to the outside. Nobody went with him. It looked like the middle linebacker realized, once he saw Miller wide open, that was his man, and they're going for 2 here.
We have not seen them kick at all. 14-6 our score. Landry drops back, takes a shot to the back of the end zone, and he finds his man tiptoeing the end line. Bringing it in, Kyle Vernelson on the 2-point attempt.
That's great footwork there in the back of the end zone by Kyle Vernelson. I had thought he had no chance of getting his feet down, but
ineligible receiver downfield is going to negate that.
Well, that's going to take away a heck of a play. The toe tap there in the back of the end zone, super impressive, but it's all for naught.
Let's see what St. Mary of the Woods elects to do here. Do they go for 2 again? Do they consider kicking? We have not seen them try and kick a field goal or a PAT yet. 14-6 our score. And the Pomeroys are going to go for 2. They initially got it, but a penalty negated it. Split out to the outside. Patrick Perea. Brennan Landry avoids pressure. Might use his legs. He does. And he is in, just beating a DB there from the Crimson Wave. He uses his legs this time, and it's a 14-8 game.
Boy, there's a quarterback who knows how to use his legs. Scamper out of trouble. Brennan Landry doing a fantastic job there. Once again, evading the pressure, getting that 2-point conversion. We got a 14-8 ball game. It's been a good one here so far.
Indeed, indeed. 14-8 our score. A reminder that you are watching this game is courtesy of a production of the Region Sports Network. Any other use, duplication, reproduction, or retransmission of the accounts and descriptions of this contest without the express written consent of the Region Sports Network is prohibited. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network.
We'll just keep it here at this point.
And we will keep it here. 14:38 remaining here in the half. Beautiful weather tonight, and sometimes, especially this time of the year, it gets a little chilly with Lake Michigan just beyond us.
Not chilly enough just yet for me here up here in the press box.
No?
I'm just joking. Yeah. Now, I could use cool, good 10 degrees. I'm carrying more body mass than you are, my friend. I need it to be a little bit cooler for myself. I'm only concerned with myself and my own well-being, to be honest with you.
The Pomeroys do get on the board. Let's talk a little bit. Give credit, though, to Brennan Landry. He used his arm, he used his legs, and ultimately this game looked like it was maybe shifting into a blowout. Now it's a tight one. It's a one-score game, 14-8.
Yeah, Brennan Landry makes a strong case to be that Crowell Company's lantern man, superhero of the game. He's been fantastic. He's keeping the Pomeroys in this ball game with the magic he can make with his arm, with his legs. He's doing a fantastic job. Crimson Wave bringing a lot of heat to him. They got to get home with some of those pressures at some point. I know he's difficult to take down. He's shifty back there in the pocket. They got to find some way to take him down in the backfield, or at least not let him escape for huge gains.
The kicking duties again from our Nino Barbosa, the native, and it goes out of bounds, and good field position again for this Cal College team.
Justin White,
for St. Mary, yes. So good field position now for Cal College of St. Joe's.
It's the first time we've seen the Pomeroys kick.
Yeah.
All game since they received the opening kickoff. So Crimson Wave will start with great field position, and what we talked about with our Castle Subaru keys to the game is which team would react to the different speed playing here on a Saturday night, playing college football. Cal College threw a couple haymakers early in this game. The Woods responded. Let's see how the Crimson Wave respond to the counterpunch there.
What do you want to see here from this offensive series? Cal College has done a really good job balancing the run and the pass, but so far tonight probably been a little bit more effective on the ground game.
Yeah, and I think that's the way they're going to go. They're going to redo this kick. It looked like there was a penalty of some sort on the kick, and it looked like it was going to be against the Crimson Wave. I think one of their guys was up too far because St. Mary of the Woods is going to be kicking 5 yards closer, so this is a chance to help better the field position for the Pomeroys here, or worsen the field position for Cal College, should I say.
And we will get to see Justin White, the Terre Haute native, kick again. 3 back for the Crimson Wave. One of the men back, Darren Reese, who had the first touchdown in the history of the program. This time it's hauled in by Michael Perkins, and Perkins stumbles past midfield all the way in, Damon Johnson all the way into St. Mary territory.
Good job by Damon Johnson. He's not used to fielding kicks like that, or at least on the collegiate level. Not sure what he did when he was at Indy, Washington, but he looked like he had some good returner instincts and got some great field position. There's a flag on the field. We'll see what that is going to be on there. Just talking to Coach Novak here on the Cal College sidelines.
If you keep
it sounds like, Jared, it's a personal foul. I don't know if they called a blow to the head or anything on that one, but it's going to be against the Pomeroys, so add another 15 yards on top of that already real good field position. Cal College is going to start the ball off at the St. Mary of the Woods 30-yard line.
And if you keep asking yourself what a Pomeroy is, the mascot is a horse.
Thank you, because I've been doing that all evening.
But the Pomeroy is named after alumni and faculty member sister Mary Joseph Pomeroy. She was a sister of Providence who was a great advocate of athletics and physical fitness. The name Pomeroy is not so much a thing, according to their website, but a spirit of athletic excellence and sportsmanship. First play here from scrimmage, and a good pickup from Blaze Kano on 1st and 10 from the 30 all the way down close to the 10-yard line of the Pomeroys.
Just a simple read option there. Blaze Kano and Jonathan Flemings. Kano rode the back a little bit, and as rightfully so, St. Mary's of the Woods crashed down on Jonathan Fleming. Kano said, all right, I got some wheels myself. Brendan Landry's not the only QB in this game who can run. He's showing off his speed. 1st and goal from the 9.
On his right hip, Jonathan Flemings. They stack the box. Are the Pomeroys going to bring pressure? No. It is Jefferson. Off tackle. And is he in?
He is. Jonathan Flemings finds the corner of the end zone.
He does indeed. Jonathan Flemings in from 10 yards out, and just 2 plays needed for this Crimson Wave offense to go back in front by 2 scores.
Fleming showing off his speed and his power there on that one. Speed to get to that corner. He wasn't going to let one single tackler bring him down. He was going to get to that end zone, score the touchdown. And Jonathan Flemings making a real strong case. We got a long ways to go, but he's making a real strong case for that Carl Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game, rushing for 2 touchdowns here in the first half.
Well, you talked about him in our pregame show as a guy to look out for, and well, you're right. He's gotten some touches, and more importantly, he's made the most of those touches.
Yeah, I said if we're going to see one, there's going to be a lot of great plays here tonight, but if one guy on this field is going to stand out tonight, I thought it was going to be Jonathan Flemings.
Christian Price with the PAT gets it to go, and it's 21-8 with just over 14 minutes to go here in the half. We'll take a timeout. Got a good one on hand in the inaugural game of Sprint College football between SMWC and CCSJ. You're watching Game Night on the Regions Sports Network, the only game in town.
Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond, proven under pressure.
Cal College of St. Joe's had an early 14-0 lead, but what did St. Mary of the Woods College do on their previous offensive series? They responded not with just 6, but 8. But give credit back to Cal College. They went back up by 2 scores, needed just 2 plays, and now we're going to get a chance to see this St. Mary of the Woods College offense again. These offenses, it took them a little bit to get going, but now you're starting to see some explosiveness.
Yeah, they're throwing punch and counterpunch and haymaker right back, and Cal College only took them 2 plays to score after getting some great field position on the solid return there from Damon Johnson, and then aided by the penalty, and then 2 plays later they scored. Now the Crimson Wave need their defense to step up and slow down this St. Mary of the Woods offense, which has been able to move the ball a lot here today, but have only found the end zone once.
Devron Johnson and Cavante Jones back to return. Cavante Jones, he's got some blocks set up to the outside and can't really get a whole lot, a little bit past the 25. And we will get to see this SMWC offense go back to work here in the first half. Got to give credit tonight to the quarterback, Brennan Landry. A couple of times it looked like the Crimson Wave defense had him sniffed out, and all of a sudden he just evades and escapes and creates with his legs.
Yeah, the way he's able to get out of the pocket has been super impressive tonight. Extend those plays, keep things alive for his Pomeroy offense. Throws a pretty ball. He's got a couple that he wishes he could have back. But you can tell he's got a lot of arm talent here on this team, and I think they're going to continue to take through the air there.
Top of your screen has been the go-to target, Andres Miller. And they get it right to him. Bubble screen, slips, and, well, his knee touched the ground. That is going to be a loss on the play. Nice job on the outside there by the defensive back for the Crimson Wave in Messiah Selby. Sniffed that one out nicely.
Yes. Selby was all over that one, even if his knee doesn't touch down. He had most gains a yard on that one. So these defensive backs, these 2 corners for the Crimson Wave, Messiah Selby and Quindarius Davis, have been really good. This game, we've seen Davis make a handful of plays. Messiah Selby's been in some tight coverage as well. These 2 corners have been solid.
They recognize that Miller's been the go-to guy. They bring a safety over there. Rolling right, Brennan Landry. Now goes back to his left. Throws to his man Miller, and Miller tiptoes the sideline for the first down and then some. Miller has gotten a lot of targets tonight, and, well, he was able to capitalize on that one.
Wait, Brennan Landry rolls to his right, sees nothing there, and then just cuts on a dime back to his left. I know, yeah, I'll just find Miller for a first down, just like that, just a flick of the wrist. An impressive athlete.
2 passes so far to begin this series, and all of a sudden the Pomeroys inching closer to midfield. 13 minutes remaining here in the half. Cal College of St. Joe on top, 21-8. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers across. It goes to Devron Johnson, and Johnson can't go anywhere. He tried to get to the outside, but good containment by the linebacker, Jake Bedenchek.
That's Patrick Perea with the carry. He's had very little room to run here this evening. Like I said, the Crimson Wave defense, when it's designed runs, they're doing a fantastic job slowing them down. They just got to figure out a way to keep Brennan Landry in the pocket.
Second down for the Pomeroys. The Crimson Wave defense pretty close to the line of scrimmage. 3 down linemen and then 3 backers right near it. Screen pass, dumped off. There is Perea, and Perea has the first down and then some past midfield. Very nicely designed play.
Jake Bodencheck was a little late recognizing screen on that one, the middle linebacker for the Crimson Wave. He looked like he was going to come up and try to apply pressure as a spy on Landry, and then the last second he realized it's screen, but at that point it was too late. Well-designed designed play and perfectly timed play call for the Pomeroys as they continue to move the sticks here.
Beyond midfield, they're at the Crimson Wave 45. Down by 13. St. Mary of the Woods has something going. A lot of time. And electing to use his legs, Landry gets out of bounds at about the 40. Give him credit. Didn't see anything there. Just tucked it and run for positive yards.
That's a smart play there. Make sure you pick up a few and you're not taking a needless hit by going out of bounds there and not trying to force something into coverage.
Let's talk a little bit about this Crimson Wave defense. We've called the name quite a bit tonight of Montalvo. He has had a terrific game today. We've seen him play some nickel. We've seen him play some corner. Manny Montalvo, very fast, very explosive early tonight. Brennan, designed quarterback keeper, lunges forward towards the first down. Might bring up 3rd and short if they don't give it to him.
Yeah, he's going to be just a little bit short there, but Pomeroy seeing what's working well. It's designed runs with Landry. And he's going to be just short of the first down after a gang tackle by the Crimson Wave.
Maybe take a shot here if you're St. Mary. Obviously,
You're going to go for it on fourth down.
Yes,
so
correct.
I like what you're thinking there, Jared. I like taking a shot to the end zone.
Tight formation, everybody right on top of the line of scrimmage. Andres Miller on the line of scrimmage at the bottom of your screen. Brennan looks to the sideline for the play. Delacek directing traffic, and well, he did a good job there filling the gap. Delachet, excellent job bursting through the A gap, and I think he is going to be short.
Yeah, just judging by the... Yeah, he is just short. They try to confuse Cal College there by lining up shotgun, then going tight. They're getting right back to the line here on fourth down.
Quarterback keeper. Did he get it? It doesn't look like he did.
No, they're not even going to bring out a measurement. They're saying Cal College football. The Pomeroys stopped on fourth down for the second time in this game. Let's take a look at the Region Sports replay here. Just right over the top. No disguising that. That was just, all right, who's going to win the battle of the trenches? Like we talked about in our Castle Subaru keys to the game, who's going to win the battle of the trenches? So far on that play was Cal College, and so far tonight it's been Cal College winning the trench warfare.
Alexander Delachet brought the heat from the Mike linebacker position, and he's going to get his offense back on the football field.
Delachet, a Las Vegas, Nevada native. Played at Sierra Vista High School.
9:58 remaining here in the first half. Crimson Wave on top 21-8, their second biggest lead tonight. They've been up by as much as 14. Give goes to Fleming. We've called his name a lot so far tonight. He's got a couple of scores, and here, well, he'll get about maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, you see Crimson Wave offense sticking with that running game. They're in no hurry to go away from that. It's working. Mixing some runs, design runs with Blaze Kano at quarterback. Maybe a rollout pass or two here and there, but they're content to run the football. 13-point lead. It's too early to start eating up the clock, but they're cool with letting that clock roll.
5 at the line of scrimmage. Kano rolls left, takes a shot deep down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Nice job hauling it in by the safety, Tyler Vaughn. A very tough catch in traffic.
Yeah, and not a great decision there by Blaze Kano. He didn't have anybody open. He was under pressure. He looked at his first read and just chucked it downfield. And the safety there just kind of playing center field and catching that ball. That's when Kano's going to want back big time. That's when you review film next practice, you're not going to be happy with yourself about it.
First mistake we've seen from Kano. It's a costly one. It gives the ball back to the Pomeroys. Great field position on their own 35.
That's the break the Pomeroys needed.
Perea back in at running back. Devron Johnson, the man in motion. Can't find him on the wheel route. Now they go to the opposite side of the field, and still on his feet and able to turn something out of nothing there is Kyle Vernelson.
Yeah, Kyle Vernelson did a nice job just picking up a yard there. You had the defensive back there, I think it was Quindarius Davis, was over there, was not able to make the tackle, bring him down first, but his teammates able there to clean it up, hold him to just a 1 yard gain.
21-8 our score. Again, if you've never heard of these teams, well, it's their first ever college football game. It's Sprint college football. Got to be under 178 pounds, and so far, Cal College of St. Joe's, the home team, playing in front of the home fans on top by 13. Under center, haven't seen this at all today from the Pomeroys other than that fourth down quarterback sneak.
Yeah, they ran it on third and fourth down. They're going to call timeout. They under center on that third down because they try to go. We'll keep it right here. They try to go spread and then confuse that Cal College defense by going under center real quick. And weren't successful on either attempt, so I'm a little surprised to see they're doing it on 2nd and 9 in that situation. Again, probably just trying to see what kind of defensive looks they're getting from that Crimson Wave defense, which has had a pretty nice night so far.
Not familiar with either school. Well, they are both located in the state of Indiana. St. Mary of the Woods College, about 3 hours south of here. Right around 1,000 total students if you include graduates. As for Cal College of St. Joe, they play here at Whiting, and, well, it's only about a mile away, the campus. And, well, let me tell you, we had A nice interview with Chris Artem earlier, the Director of Student Financial Services, and he said the atmosphere was buzzing all week leading up to this game, and so far, give credit, the Crimson Wave have shown up.
Well, it's been an awesome atmosphere here at Ray P. Galvin Field. The crowd is really into this ball game. Very excited. You got a member of the student body with Cal College running back and forth with the flag after they score touchdowns. It's been a great environment here.
2nd and 9. Devron Johnson stops on a dime, lowers his shoulder, trucks a man, and gets very close to the 45, which is going to bring up 3rd and short. Wow, very good job after contact.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to be stopped for a minimal gain, but he was able to lower his shoulder, keep those legs churning. Now a manageable 3rd and 3 for the Pomeroys here.
Game clock under 8 minutes. Jared Schlensky joined by Nathan Laird.
Zach Miller, our producer, on site.
Zach doing a great job on the controls.
Let's not give him too much credit here.
Tight formation for this Pomeroy's offense. Motion man Hunter Cardwell. Designed quarterback run. Landry trying to turn the corner. Does not get anywhere. Excellent job setting the edge by Isaac Hegwood. And this is going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Hegwood, the former Portage Indian, cleaned up by a former DAC rival, and Brian Walker, the safety out of Michigan City. So two guys used to battle each other when the Indians and the Wolves would go at it on a Friday night. Teammates here for the Crimson Wave.
The Pomeroys tonight on 4th down are 1 for 3. Their last 4th down was less than a yard. They couldn't get it.
You wonder if you're going to see some sort of quick kick out of here. This is a risky 4th down call, I think, with the way Cal College is able to move the ball.
And it is going to be a quick kick, like you said, more like a quick punt, I guess. And wow, that's got some side spin and excellent bounce if you're a Pomeroys fan. Nice job there by Brennan Landry just getting it off. More importantly, though, the Crimson Wave get the stop and get their offense back on the field.
Yeah, try to set it up where Crimson Wave had no chance to turn it, and just hope your defense could hold up. I think that's a smart choice to have to go for it there on 4th down. That would have been a little bit too risky here at this stage of the game. It's still only a 13-point game, and you got an entire half to go after these 6.5 minutes. So there's a lot of football left to be played. So I like the option to punt there and try to pin them a little bit deep. Now your defense got to step up.
Blaze Kano picked on his previous pass. Here on 1st down, gives it off to his man Fleming, and Fleming muscles forward to about the 30 for a pickup of 1 or 2.
That was it's actually Elijah Antis on the carry. They're switching out running backs.
Oh, you're right. It was
Fleming's in the game now.
Correct. Thank you.
The 2 and the 3, we got to talk to Jay about that. About your 2 backs, give them a couple. Make one a single-digit number, one a double-digit number. Help us out there a little bit, Jay. Come on.
Blaze Kano in the gun, making a check at the line of scrimmage. He's played a pretty darn good game so far.
Yeah, just that one throw. I'm sure he wants back.
Motion man, and give on the jet sweep goes to Brendan Taylor. First time we've said his name tonight, and he gets a good pickup on 2nd down. It's going to bring up 3rd and manageable. Under 6 minutes to go in the half. 21-8 our score. The Crimson Wave with the ball. They have the lead. 2 receivers set to both sides. Low snap. Kano picks it up, gives it up to Fleming, and Fleming lunges forward. Going to be short of the sticks, though, and I'm curious to see what we do here for the Crimson Wave offense.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring out Sias to punt it, but I was just about to ask you the same thing. Does Coach Novak roll the dice a little bit? Your offensive line is, for the most part, winning the battle in the trenches this ball game. You got the momentum on your side. Your defense has made some big plays, but he's going to play the field position battle here, and can't blame him for that one bit. It would have been a little gutsy here to go for it on 4th down, but I wanted to blame him there at all if he decided if that's the route he wanted to go with.
Play clock is under 10, and Cal College does not look like they're all situated. We might get a timeout here, and we do, from Jason Novak, who, again, was an assistant last year on the state champion team over at Andrean High School. And, well, a quick turnaround, building a program from scratch. And I think if you're Coach Novak, you've got to be pretty pleased so far, almost through a half a play.
Yeah, but is any coach, ever really pleased while the game is going on? There's always stuff to work on and correct and things to fix. So, well, I'm sure Coach Novak is happy with the way things are going right now. I'm sure if we asked him, put him on a lie detector a test, he would pick out some things to fix. But again, they're up 21-8, just over 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. But I think what they have to be happy about here too is this atmosphere they're playing in front of. The RPG is absolutely rocking. A packed house here on the lakefront. An absolutely beautiful night for football here in the region.
Punting unit is out, and it's Jared Saez. Haven't had to say his name a whole lot today. Good snap. And
we got a flag on the field.
A high punt.
I think the Pomeroys jumped.
I think you might be right, and that would be enough for a first down. Let's see what the call is. If so, that is a huge swing in momentum because you go from putting your defense on the field to putting your offense back on the field, who has already scored 21 points.
Offsides against St. Mary of the Woods. So the Crimson Wave offense is coming back on the field. That was a nice punt there by Jared Saez out of Leesburg, Florida. Went to Leesburg Academy down there in the Sunshine State. So first down, Crimson Wave.
St. Mary of the Woods, they gave up that early score, and then obviously offensively it took them a little bit to get going, but you're starting to see them put together some defensive momentum. But again, they look a little winded right now.
That's the physical nature of what this Cal College offense wants to attack you with. Again, rotating those backs between Flemings, Antis. We haven't seen Merriweather in a while, but he got a couple carries early this ball game.
Darren Reese had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter. He is in at H-back, and it's fumbled. Kano looked to be a little indecisive on the option, and instead, this football is going back to the Pomeroys, scooped up by Jake Skinner, and now excellent field position for St. Mary of the Woods with 4:30 remaining in the half.
Kano and Merriweather trying to run that speed option out of shotgun as we'll take a look at the replay here. And Kano was right in the back there in Merriweather and just pulled out a little too late, and it got knocked out of, I think he knocked it out of his own hands there. And St. Mary of the Woods there to take advantage, pounce on it. They got good field position here. So they try to make this a one-score game, 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
After all, Coach Paul might actually be happy about that offsides because now his team's got much better field position.
Right, that's what, about a 30-yard swing in field position versus what they would have had on the onside call?
Off coverage on the near side, tight press coverage on the far side. Brennan Landry has chucked this thing a lot early on. He's got a great pocket all day. Down the far sideline is picked and still on his feet. Here come the Crimson Wave and tripped up at the very last second. The speedster safety. Wow.
It's Manny
wheels by Manny Montalvo.
Jared, you said his name a lot this evening, and that's one throw that both quarterbacks, that was similar to Kano's interception earlier. We were just kind of throwing it up for grabs, and the safety there to make the play on that one. Montalvo might not have any easier interceptions than that one right there.
He's got a fumble recovery and now an interception, and if that tackle was not made, the shoestring tackle, he might have taken that back to the house for 6.
Well, it seems like neither team wants the football right now. Back, and we got a turnover chain there on the sidelines. Montalvo wearing a big gold chain there. You see that a lot in college, the turnover chain.
Miami,
yeah,
the U,
right.
That's what they're known for. And, well, Manny Montalvo displaying it out on the near sideline. Here comes Antis. Antis breaks free down the far sideline and horse-collared at around the 45.
No flag that we saw, but that's the definite horse-collar tackle.
Wow. It sure looked like he got the nameplate there with his hand. Usually that is going to get you the horse collar. Instead, a huge pickup from the backup running back, Elijah Antis.
Hey, we've said his name a lot, Manny Montalvo. He played his high school football not far from here at all at East Chicago Central High School. Jay Novak, I'm sure, familiar with him.
2 receivers set to the near, 1 to the far. Pistol formation, bobbled snap, and Fleming somehow stays on his feet. Now he reverses field, and he's got a wide open running lane. 1 man to beat, and
wow.
He is in for 6.
What a run by Jonathan Flemings. That play looked dead on arrival. But Jonathan Fleming showing the strength. And I got to find the number for who made. I didn't see who made the block downfield, but there was a block. I want to say it was by either Timothy Sneed or Bernard Taylor. There was an 8 in that number, so we'll give both guys a shout out there for a block downfield that allowed Flemings to get that corner. Zach, can we look at that one again? Is that possible? I'm asking a lot of Zach Miller.
Let's see what the Crimson Wave have in mind here. I don't know if they're considering.
Well, we got an injury there on the far side.
Oh, I did not. Thank you. I did not see that, but that is definitely in line for potentially our play of the game. Again, we'll announce our play of the game later tonight, and that play of the game brought to you by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. .357 to go here in the half, and what looked to be a bobbled snap and essentially a dead play instead turns in for a 50-yard plus rushing touchdown.
We'll see. We think we got the whole thing. We'll take a look at that after this kick. It's good. Let's take a look at this. We're going back a little bit further on the horse collar, but we're going to keep it right here in between because we want you to be able to see. Nope. Yep. Is this it? Yep. I think this is it. We want you to be able to see this whole run because this deserves to be seen another time. So we're going to show you some of the pre-snap stuff. And again, this play looked, with the way the snap was bobbled here, so you'll see in just this way the snap is bobbled, that looked dead on arrival. But Fleming's to his left, breaks, 3 tackles there, cuts around to the outside. There's a block right there, and I think that was 88. That looked like Bernard Taylor on the block that really allowed him to get to the edge. An outstanding effort by Jonathan Flemings. That's not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdowns for the former Michigan City Wolves on the evening. Can we name a Crowd Company's Lantern Man superhero of the half? Because that's the kind of half that Jonathan Flemings is having here tonight.
Maybe.
And that's a definite candidate for our Proud Union Home play of the game, brought to you by the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. Boy, if this crowd wasn't fired up before, they are now.
Biggest lead tonight is the 20-point lead currently for St. Joe's, home of the Crimson Wave. 3:57 remaining here in the half. And, well, this Crimson Wave team, they've had a couple of turnovers in this quarter, but all of a sudden they are able to make this a 3-score game, courtesy of the run from their go-to running back, Jonathan Flemings.
But what's this Crimson Wave defense? They're getting that ball right back. They're helping set up good field position. The defense is helping out this offense big time. The offense is making a lot of big plays. But credit this defense for winning this field position battle here on special teams.
Line drive kick picked up by Cavante Jones. Goes off a blocker and is hit out of bounds near the 30. And the Pomeroys, if they're going to want to stay in this game, need to put something together offensively here.
Yeah, all the momentum is on the side of Calumet College of St. Joseph. They got, the crowd's fired up, the sidelines are fired up, playing in front of the home fans. They got all the momentum on their side. We'll see how the Pomeroys answer, or if this Cal College defense can force another turnover here in this ball game in this first half. Each team with a couple turnovers, not including a turnover on downs.
That is correct. 2 receivers to the near, one to the far. Man in motion, Johnson, instead keeping Brennan Landry, and somehow gets positive yardage, was looking to go right, then up the middle to his left, and finally just does the right thing and gets positive gain.
Yeah, another designed run there for Brennan Landry. He's able to find some room up the middle, somehow get a couple yards out of it. Nice contain there by the Crimson Wave defense, setting the edge. Trey Jackson and Hunter Cardwell, DeBrian Bush in there as well.
Andrees Miller lined up at the bottom of your screen. He has been the deep ball threat tonight for Brennan Landry. Let's see if they take a shot to him here on 2nd and 8. Landry instead goes to the other side of the field, and it is dropped by Cavante Jones. He had a little bit of open field if he was able to hang on to that one.
Yeah, you got to watch that one into your arms and make the play. And again, would that have been a huge game? Probably not, but Got to catch that ball. Tevin Armstrong was in on that last play as well. Got to give him a shout out. Former Morton Governor. I was looking at the wrong depth chart when I said those names. So Trevor Bussey, Nazir Fort, Tevin Armstrong doing a great job keeping contained here on this drive.
3rd down and 8. The Pomeroys, the visitor, down by 20. They need their own 40 to move the chains. Blitz picked up nicely. Landry escapes, working to his left and really close to the marker as he sprints out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out.
Yeah, Christian Hauk came in on a blitz there and up the middle, it looked like for the B gap or the C gap. And once Landry saw there was nobody outside of him and he was coming down the blitz, they're going to call him short here by about 2.5 yards.
And the way they have gone for it tonight.
He must have stepped on the sideline. I thought he easily picked that up, but he must have stepped on the white paint there here at the RPG.
I think you're going to see the Pomeroys go for it.
Nope.
And the kick is blocked.
We got a penalty flag on the play.
Flag comes in and recovered by Cal College. Brennan Landry is the quarterback. Initially took the snap as if he was going to run a play and then decided to get rid of it. Flag
holding against
the Pomeroys. And again, you talk about this defense and special teams. We've got an interception, a fumble recovery, now a blocked punt. And while the offense has been able to take advantage of great field position so far tonight.
Is that one of those stories he's going to tell that, I laid out and blocked that punt, I went Superman on that, and instead it was just kind of a sideways punt by the quarterback that hit him in the back or hit him in the chest?
You never know.
It counts either way. It counts as a blocked punt, so but there's no doubt that the Crimson Wave are winning this battle of field position, and that's been a huge part of this 28-8 lead they have so far. They're looking to add on here.
Going to work from from the Pomeroys 40. Blaze Kano, the quarterback, takes the snap. They blitz, and right up the gut, and showing his speed again, Jonathan Flemings. Not Jonathan Flemings there. It was Dietrich Merriweather, a good pickup on 1st down.
Yeah, Flemings is former high school teammate at Michigan City, Dietrich Merriweather, both Michigan City Wolves doing a great job, Karen. I've been super impressed with this Crimson Wave running game. Coaches told me before the game that they were going to look to run the ball and run the ball a lot. They're sticking to that game plan because it's working. It's been really well executed.
Pick up a 15. Merriweather back in at running back. Blitz comes, and ball is out.
That's a fumble.
This is a fumble, and darting for the end zone, the Pomeroys linebacker down the sideline, in for 6 on a huge momentum shifter all the way to the house from 60 yards out.
There's a penalty flag way back on the field by about the 24-yard line, so we'll see what that is.
Nolan Norrell with the scoop and score. The question is this going to stand?
And Kano looks like he's shaking up a bit. I thought his arm was going forward there, and that's what the Crimson Wave coaching staff are arguing. I don't know if they're going to win that. I thought his arm was going forward.
Jay Novak and CCSJ want it to be ruled incomplete. For now, it is a fumble recovery touchdown.
We'll see what the penalty flag is.
Still waiting on the official ruling. Penalty is on the Pomeroys. And it is not ruled an incomplete pass, at least not now.
Let's take a look at this here and see if we can see Kano's arm. Yeah, his arm is going forward.
Officials meeting at the 25-yard line.
His arm was, as we saw in the Region Sports replay there, his arm was going forward.
Well, this is a huge call in the game. Instead of an incomplete pass, this could make it a 2-score contest. And for now,
well, you said there's a penalty on the Pomeroys, so we're not going to have the touchdown, right?
Unless it was, I thought maybe it was unsportsmanlike conduct.
It was all the way back at about the 24-yard line, though. So usually you're going to have those on towards the end of the run.
Let's see what the call is. We are still waiting. The Pomeroys have put their defense back on the field.
We're going to have
No, excuse me, that's the offense because Brennan Landry is in there. And Jay Novak.
Well, no, here comes Blaze Kano's coming back on the field, too. Yeah, do both teams have their offense?
No. Jay Novak's defense goes back out there. It is going to be ruled a fumble, but a penalty is going to negate the scoop and score touchdown.
Yeah, tough break there for the Crimson Wave. I think if the replay was viewable here, that call would get overturned.
One safety high, 2:06 to go. If you're St. Mary of the Woods, are you playing for a score here, or are you just trying to go?
You got to be aggressive. You're down by 20 points.
Landry throws on the move, and a really good hit on the other side of the field.
Isaac Hedgewood with the hit. Similar to, was that Derwin James the other night?
Yeah, good hit there. Pickup of about 8.
A little bit of a spine buster there. Double-A Aaron Anderson style.
Clock continues to roll. It's down to 1:40. The Pomeroys quickly to the line, trail by 20. Landry with time, checks it down, has a man in the flat, and all the way out close to midfield. And that will stop the clock. First down under 2 minutes of the second and fourth quarter. The clock resets to move the chains. A nice job there by Landry finding the running back, Patrick Perea.
Landry does a fantastic job of buying time, of extending the play just to find a receiver to get open. If his first read isn't there, he's able to use his legs, buy time.
Landry with time. Back to Perea again. Spins off a man, still on his feet, and taken down past the first down. It should be another first down for the Pomeroys here.
How did Patrick Perea get tackled like twice there? It looked like he was even surprised he didn't go down on some of those, that he spun out of it, stayed on his feet, first down. Pomeroys moving the football here just over a minute to go here in the first half.
Clock is rolling, and the Pomeroys do have a timeout. I'm surprised they haven't used it. A lot of time coming off, down to 50 seconds. Only a 3-man rush. Landry steps up, takes a shot down the far sideline, back shoulder fade, and it is caught. A really nice catch. An excellent job making the adjustment on the ball for Perea. He's gotten 3 first downs in the last 3 plays.
He's been outstanding, and once again, Brennan Landry escapes coverage. Tevin Armstrong in there on the pressure, and Landry finds Perea. I like this 2-minute drill here from the Pomeroys. It's been impressive.
Game clock is rolling. Down under 20 seconds. Blitz comes, picked up. Landry with time, over the middle of the field, has his man, and after the catch, Devron Johnson able to race in for 6. And with 12 seconds to go here in the half, it's 28-14.
Boy, talk about the swing of momentum here as we'll get you the Region Sports the replay here. Talk about the swing of momentum here on that play that they call the fumble. Looked like to us it was an incomplete pass and Pomeroy touchdown. No, it's called back to penalty, and then they just march right downfield just like that to make it 28-14 now with the PAT pending. I imagine they're going to go for 2 again. I don't see Justin White out there, so it looks like they're going to go for 2 again. Try to make this a 28-16 ball game, but that's a well-executed 2-minute drive, 2-minute drill for St. Mary of the Woods to get right back into this ball game.
Indeed, but give credit to the Pomeroys. Scoop and score negated because of a penalty. Instead,
that could deflate a lot of teams.
Yeah, and then you've got to go 60 yards in under 2 minutes, and you're able to do it.
With relative ease, to be honest with you. They weren't in a hurry. They don't want to give Crimson Wave the ball back.
Brennan Landry. He's gotten already 1 2-point conversion. Let's see if he can do it again. Still on his feet. Ball came out, but he might have recovered it. Let's see.
They're going to say it's short no matter what.
They're going to rule Landry officially short, and it's going to stay a 14-point game, 28-14, 12 seconds here. The last thing you want to do if you're the Pomeroys is kick this football out of bounds.
Yeah, you don't want to give, Blaze Kano's got a nice arm. You got some receivers who can make plays. You don't want to get, and that's why I liked that 2-minute drill is, like you said, you're a little surprised they didn't take the timeout. By not taking that timeout, you're not giving Cal College any chance here to add another score, or very little chance, I should say, to add a score before the second quarter comes to an end.
Jared Schlinsky alongside Nathan Laird here on Region Sports Network. Got a lot coming up your way at halftime. Most notably our Hose Connections halftime report. Hose Connections proven under pressure. 12 seconds to go here in the half. Cal College of St. Joseph has had as big of a 20-point lead tonight, but every time they pull away, St. Mary of the Woods has responded so far.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been about punches and counter punches. Who's responding better to field position and stops, and so far it's been Cal College with that 28-14 lead. And we'll see how Coach Novak wants to play it.
Let's see if we get any trickery here on the return. Right. Maybe a reverse, one of the passes that you see, one guy to one side of the field, the other.
And remember, the Crimson Wave get the ball to start the third quarter as well. So I think you could be a little bit, take a little bit of a risk here because of that situation as well.
Justin White to kick off. A low kick, hauled in right about the 20. A lot of room in front. And beyond his own 40, with 5 seconds to go, is where the Crimson Wave will go to work offensively for possibly the last play of the half. Do you take a knee, or do you maybe take an end zone shot? I think this is doable. It's about 55 yards to the goal line.
You got to think, though, that the Pomeroys have been getting good pressure on Blaze Kano all evening. He's been under duress a lot. He's made a couple mistakes. Personally, I would probably take a knee and go to the half. I could see the appeal of trying to take it, but with the way that defensive front of St. Mary of the Woods is playing, I'll
tell you what, right now, based on the defensive alignment,
based on the formation, they're going to try something.
I'm surprised they're not further back. I think you're going to see Kano show his arm strength here, or at least try to. No, he's going to take a knee from the shotgun. You don't see that too often.
You wanted to see what the defense was going to give you as well there, and if they're lined up like that in kind of a prevent formation, you take the knee. So I think the Crimson Wave will be more than happy to take a 2-touchdown lead going into the break.
I think so too. Let's take a brief timeout. When we come back, recap the half, and then we'll have a special guest on hand from Calumet College of St. Joseph. We've played one half of football tonight, the inaugural season for both these teams in the Sprint College Football League. Your score, 28-14 in favor of Cal College of St. Joe's. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Are you a steel hauler? Come work for Area Transportation. You must have a current valid Class A commercial driver's license and at least 1 year of recent verifiable steel hauling experience and at least 2 years of recent verifiable interstate experience operating a commercial motor vehicle. Call recruiting at 1-855-400-6939. That's 1-855-400-6939.
Sudden injury or illness can happen anytime. When it does, feel better fast. Urgent care at Pinnacle Hospital. We have a network of highly qualified physicians, and your wait is minutes, not hours. We offer on-site laboratory and radiology services. We accept most insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid, plus the biggest cash pay discount in Northwest Indiana. We're recognized by Press Ganey in the top 3% in the country for customer satisfaction. Feeling better fast. Urgent care at Pinnacle Hospital.
Thank you for taking me home. It's so far.
Don't worry about it, Grandma. This will be fun. 2 chocolate milkshakes, please.
Make it 3.
3?
Did you get his number?
No, Grandma. Grandma!
Excuse me?
Some relationships get better with time. That's why I got a Crosstrek.
97% of Subaru vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road.
I'm so glad you got a Subaru.
I wonder who gave me the idea.
Oh.
Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Check out the new Subarus at Castle Subaru in Portage. Ethos Dental Group in Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake.
We've played one half of football so far in the inaugural season of Sprint Football from Whiting High School's home football field here in Whiting, Indiana, home of the Oilers, just outside of Lake Michigan. Jared Schlinsky, fortunate enough to be joined by Johnny Craig, the Vice President of Athletics and enrollment at Calumet College of St. Joseph. This is your inaugural football season. It was announced in June that this was going to happen, and well, I imagine you guys were counting down the days, and well, you've got a good lead at halftime. What's it been like so far watching from the stands?
Well, look, I'm delighted at the lead at halftime. Watching from the stands has been absolutely electric. The student section is on fire. I've actually been fortunate enough to sit in between a handful of parents next to actually Jake Bodencheck's dad, our nose tackle number 33, who's getting it done in the trenches. But just talking with the parents, seeing our students, the atmosphere tonight is absolutely electric. We got a beautiful night for football. Love to see college football here in Lake County, right?
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about the football team, and then we'll get more into the school.
Yeah.
You elected to hire Jay Novak as the head coach, a guy that's been around a long time, and so far, I mean, it's been a pretty darn good hire. A great start. What made Jay the right guy for this job?
Listen, I could tell you a lot of things, but the thing that stands out most to me about Jay is just his passion and his personal commitment to everything he does. He is invested. He's invested in this program. He's invested in his student athletes. And that showed up in the first time that we met and subsequent interviews. He went out and hired a dynamite staff. Like you said, Jay's been around the block and here in the region at various levels. So he was able to put together a great staff. They recruited together, went coast to coast, found athletes from all over the place. But we're also proud we found plenty of athletes here in Northwest Indiana. Many of whom are performing pretty darn well tonight.
Jonathan Fleming's one of those guys that's had a great game so far, 3 touchdowns. What has the football program done on campus? I mean, does it feel different? Is the vibe on campus a little different now with the football team?
It absolutely does. And look, we're only a couple of weeks into the semester, but we've had a couple of other projects that coincide with this the inaugural season here for Sprint football. One is the building of a residence hall. And we just opened, we did the ribbon cutting on that residence hall last week. Students moved in this week, despite construction delays and all kinds of stuff that happened this past year. But without, starting this team and the number of players coming in and some of the ancillary things that happen, right? A dance team, a cheer team. We're going to be bringing on a pep band next year. So there's a lot of stuff that follows football in terms of student involvement and student activity. And we're really excited about what's coming next.
How about from a tight-knit, close family standpoint? Obviously, your daughter did an awesome job singing the national anthem, but you can tell that this college, it feels like they've known each other forever, and for some instances, they really haven't known each other for all that long.
Jared, you're exactly right. First of all, I was so nervous before kickoff for 2 reasons. One, the inaugural sort of the game that we've gotten. 2, my daughter singing the national anthem, which she did an amazing job. We're so proud of her. But, I give Jay, Coach Novak and his staff a ton of credit to bring 65, 70 student athletes together from all over the place. They had a 10-day camp at St. Joe's in Rensselaer. No TV, no internet, no this. It was an old school football camp. I'm sure that did wonders for bringing this team together. But you're right, at the college, we do say it's a family atmosphere. We're very intentional on ensuring that we find students that are a good fit for CCSJ, and frankly, that CCSJ is a good fit for those students. And when we have those honest conversations about what they're looking for in a college, then this is the result that we get.
Last question for you. Obviously, the football team in its inaugural season is kind of highlighted tonight. But do you look at a football program as something that can maybe even increase athletic involvement, increase enrollment here at the college moving forward?
We do. Look around, right? I was talking with my parents who are here tonight. There's nothing that football brings out school pride like no other else, like nothing else, right? So we've got some great basketball teams, and our men's volleyball team performed incredibly well this past year. Our baseball team made the CCAC playoffs for the first time. So we've had a lot of success recently with multiple teams, but there's just something about being here on a Saturday night with this large crowd that brings out the school pride and the engagement and the excitement about the opportunities and the growth here at CCSJ.
Well, it's a great start to the season so far. On top, 28-14 are the CCSJ Crimson Wave. Johnny, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We're going to take another timeout here on Region Sports Network. We'll continue with our Hose Connections halftime report when we return. You're watching the only game in town on Region Sports Network.
Hanger Insurance Group in Crown Point is passionate about providing a premier service insurance agency featuring customized coverage and meaningful relationships. They understand that you've built a life and they want to help you protect it. From home to life insurance, they offer a wide variety of coverage to fit your needs. From choosing a plan to filing claims, Hanger Insurance Group agents are ready to help. Stop in for a quote at 950 South Court Street in Crown Point or visit them online at hangerinsurancegroup.com. Protect what you love.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake.
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
We're back here on game night in the region. Nathan Laird here at Ray P. Gallivan Field. Jared Schlensky will rejoin us here in just a little bit. This is the Hose Connections halftime report brought to you by Hose Connections in Hammond. We're connecting the first half to the second half with the Hose Connections halftime report. But before Jared comes back, we're going to talk to RSN executive producer Chris Ramirez, who was down on the CCSJ sidelines the first half. And Chris, the first thing you said when you came up here during the break was, wow, what an electric atmosphere here at the RPG. The stands are full on the sidelines. Everybody's pumped for football here.
Yeah, it's really more than I expected. It was a late arriving crowd, and I'm down on the field. I'm looking in the bleachers, and I'm thinking, boy, I don't know how this is going to go. There's not many people here 20 minutes before kickoff. But then the rush happened in the next half hour, and within 10 minutes after kickoff, the stands were virtually full. Not every seat's taken, but
there's not
even
many
more
left.
Importantly than how many people are here, it's the atmosphere, the electricity in the air. I mean, the fans are cheering, they're following the game. There's even a student section, Nathan, down at the far end here of the bleachers with probably 100 or so college students.
Yeah, we see a student running by with the flag when the Crimson Wave have scored a touchdown. And I saw when we were getting set up, I saw some people tailgating across the street. And, again, just adding to that environment of, college football here in Lake County. I know you say college football in the region, the Valpo fans get on you a little bit. But the college football here in Lake County, and we've been talking all night about the amount of region kids on this roster, and that just adds to how many people here that are here watch these kids in high school. People watching at home on our broadcast watch these kids in high school. That adds to a lot of the fun of this. It's not you got kids from across the country. Jay's done a great job recruiting, but a good majority of this team are region kids, and that makes it more fun, I think.
Yeah, about half of them roughly are from Northwest Indiana. And I've talked to a few fans and people that I, recognize from going to high school games that are here simply for that reason, that they know that to some degree this is region football extended almost. So many local kids here, and this being a 178-pound situation here, 178 pounds or less for players. There's a lot of intrigue and interest in what exactly that means and what kind of football we're going to have. And you know what? We've seen some pretty good football out here, and the fans are reacting accordingly. It's an exciting atmosphere. It's fun to be here tonight.
Yeah, and you hit it on the head that we've seen some exciting football. Back and forth the ball game here in this one, 28-14 Cal College at the break. The scoreboard says 56-14. Our scoreboard has 36-14.
It keeps going up. It was 38-14, but maybe, hey, it's the first game for everybody.
Yeah,
maybe the officials and the other team won't notice.
Yeah, it's true. 28-14, our score here. And, yeah, we've seen each team make, a handful of big plays, handful of mistakes as well, which have added to a lot of the fun. But it hasn't been just, 3 yards and a cloud of, field turf pebbles. It's been, big plays in the passing game, the running game. How about that run by Jonathan Flemings? One of the best runs we've seen in a long time here.
A lot of athleticism. Cal College really, that's an advantage I think they have here tonight, is that they are just extremely athletic. On top of having about 20 or so more kids than St. Mary's of the Woods, they've got a great deal of athleticism out on the field. They're much quicker, and it shows.
And what we're seeing, too, is that experience coaching for Cal College, every time the guys are coming off, whether it's the defensive unit, the offensive unit, those coaches are right there to meet them and, get in their face if necessary. We saw Coach John Maurer that with Blaze Kano after the interception, was getting on his case a little bit on that one. What do you see in coaching-wise demeanor on the sidelines? Those guys are got to be just about as pumped as the players. Yeah, it's really working well down there. I was a little concerned earlier in the night when, I didn't know. Again, this is a big learning experience out here, and I'm really concerned. Jay Novak has seemed, Jay's been a little tense. This is a big moment for him.
He's really relaxed once kickoff took place. He's just turned into himself again. So that was kind of what I was, it's like, Jay, relax a little out there so you can coach. And once kickoff, his whole attitude and demeanor, it's like he took a deep breath, relaxed, and everybody on the team has kind of followed that cue. Yeah, and you take that lead from your head coach, and he's, it's a different level than he's done before, but he's been a head coach for how many games before, been on the sidelines for how many games, so no surprise that once things really got rolling, Jay was able to settle in his groove, because he wants to put on a show for these home fans. He's put a lot of work into this, not just coaching the team up, but just building up to this day. Yeah, Jay has been from coast to coast, recruiting and nonstop. Really, I first talked to him about this back in January, and the ball was already moving. So he's been at this for, it won't be long before it's an entire year that he's been working at this, almost completely nonstop. So for him to actually get to this point, think about any time you're working towards something and you have a date like he has tonight. It's the important part, just getting there and getting it behind you. And now he's got that. Now I think he can just sort of be himself a little bit more. One of the things we weren't kind of sure about, talking about sprint football, you look at the weight restrictions and everything, we're like, all right, is it going to be arena style? You spread everything out and run and shoot without the run sometimes. From up here, it seems like a very physical ball game. You getting that feel down on field level as well? Yeah, I was talking to one of the fans one of the guys that's on the sidelines down there. He's been a local high school coach in the area, and we both felt the same way that minus you're almost not even noticing there aren't 300-pounders out on the field because of the physicality that's going out there. There's a lot of hitting, and a lot of things going to the edge and stuff. So you're not really, they're not pounding the ball up the middle a whole lot. I think that's going to be one of the differences with this, the weight restrictions and that. You do see a lot more quickness and spread the field kind of stuff. But the big thing, you're absolutely right, though. The physical nature of the game is still there, and that's something I was concerned about, that it might be missing. Yeah, no, it's been an awesome night here at Ray P. Gallivan Field. A great debut so far for the Crimson Wave. We'll just see if they can hold on to this 2-touchdown lead for another half of football here. And we're 4 minutes away from kickoff of the third quarter. We're going to take another timeout. We'll be back in about 2 minutes here for the conclusion of the Host Connections halftime reports. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to Whiting, Indiana for the inaugural football game in sprint football for Cal College of St. Joe and St. Mary of the Woods College. We've got about 2 minutes away till the start of the second half. And, well, we've had a pretty entertaining first half so far. 28-14 our score. Jared Schlinsky alongside Nathan Laird. And Nathan, despite running 17 more plays on offense than Cal College, SMWC finds themselves down by 14. This defense has been getting it done early so far for Cal College.
Yeah, that bend but don't break philosophy, and coach will tell you they don't really want to bend that much either. But that's what they're doing. They're St. Mary of the Woods is moving the ball downfield a little bit, but this Cal College defense always seems to step up when it matters most. They have a couple fourth down conversion attempt stops, a blocked punt, an interception, a fumble recovery. This Crimson Wave defense, they're not playing lockdown defense, but they're stepping up when they need to. They're making those big plays when their backs are against the wall.
So just like you and just like me and just like every other person here.
And there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people here at Ray P. Galvin Field. No one knew what to expect because no one has ever seen sprint football here. But one player that has brought his A game tonight for Cal College of St. Joe's is the outside linebacker in Manny Montalvo. He's got a pick, he's got a fumble recovery, and those two turnovers, both created by him, have single-handedly led to points for Cal College tonight.
Yeah, he's been absolutely outstanding in this ballgame, making plays all over the field. We've said his name how many times, and one of the cool things, like I said earlier, Montalvo coming in from East Chicago. Played just down the road at East Chicago Central High School. I drove past it on my way here to Ray P. Galvin Field, so he played his high school ball locally, and a field I'm sure he's played on before here at Ray P. Galvin Field. So stepping up, making the big plays here for his Crimson Wave. And how about offensively, Jonathan Fleming's doing a great job for the Crimson Wave offense. 3 touchdown runs for the big running back out of Michigan City.
On the flip side, though, the one guy that has really kept them in the game tonight is the quarterback in Brennan Landry, the Louisiana native for St. Mary of the Woods. He's got 2 passing touchdowns. He's picked up numerous first downs with his legs, and I'm not so sure if anybody else was playing quarterback for the Pomeroys, they would be within a 2-score distance.
Boy, I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth there. I was about to say the same thing. Brennan Landry is doing a fantastic job, and again, it's extending plays with his legs that has been so impressive. He made one play where it was a designed rollout to his right. He didn't see anything to his right, so he just stopped on a dime, cut to his left, found a receiver, picked up about 10 yards on a play. Just plays like that. Cal College is bringing some pressure. They've gotten some pressure to him. They've been unable to bring him down in this ballgame on a sack because of what Brennan Landry can do with his legs, and they're going to need more heroic-like plays out of him here in the second half, are the Pomeroys. If they want to stay in this ballgame, it's a 2-touchdown Crimson Wave lead right now, and boy, if you have more of a statuesque quarterback in the backfield for the Pomeroys, you could be looking at a 4-touchdown differential. Brennan Landry's doing everything to keep his team in this ballgame.
Let's quickly talk about our Castle Subaru keys to the game for the second half. Cal College of St. Joe's needs to do what if they're going to pull out this win?
That offensive line's going to have to step up. Blaze Cano's been under under pressure a lot when he's dropped back into pass. They're doing a great job run blocking. They got to pass protect when their quarterback drops back to throw, but I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of runs out of Cal College here and minimize those mistakes, play ball control offense, continually move the sticks. Crimson Wave will be just fine and get the victory here.
Low pooch kick picked up by Bernard Taylor. Taylor showcasing some really good speed. Gets close all the way to his own 40-yard line. And a lot of the times tonight, this Cal College of St. Joe offense has had great field position. Again, the case here to open the second half.
Yeah, Bernard Taylor played his high school ball at Calumet High School. The undefeated this season, Calumet Warriors, 5-0 on the season. Cody French has got his team playing real well. And speaking of high school scores, we do have a Strachan Van Til hometown scoreboard update. I got it at the halftime. We did have a week number 5 high school game today. Rivalry matchup between Morton and Westside. That took place at the new Westside football grounds. The Westside Cougars get the win 36-6 in a GLAC matchup. A game with a lot of emotion in that one between those two teams with some of the events of this offseason.
First down here for Cal College of St. Joe, going to work from their own 37. Keeping this time, haven't seen a whole lot of Kano on the run, and he slides feet first, very close to the 45. He avoided the big hit from Jake Skinner. A nice pickup here on first down. You gave us a key for Cal College of St. Joe if they're going to hold on to a win, but give me a key for St. Mary of the Woods if they're going to be able to turn this thing around and come back.
That defensive front's going to have to step up. Cal College does everything offensively based off of the run game. That's where they like to establish things. They got to step up and somehow slow down Jonathan Flemings and Elijah Antis and others if they want to stay in this ball game.
Kano up the gut. Gives it to his running back Flemings, who had 3 touchdowns in the first half. Isn't going to get enough for the first down there, but is going to set up 3rd and short.
Yeah, no surprise, the Crimson Wave going back to the ground attack here to open up this third quarter.
Flemings, like we said, 3 rushing touchdowns. The other touchdown was off a little screen pass to Darren Reese. And, well, both guys from Indiana getting it done early in this one on offense. Back to Flemings. Flemings fights off a tackler, and that tackle he broke is going to be the difference in him being able to move the sticks. If he goes down on the initial hit, he's going to be short.
You're not going to arm tackle Jonathan Flemings. It just ain't going to happen. You saw the power right there. He's been showing all game long, moves the sticks, and this Crimson Wave offense continues to roll.
Close to midfield. Play number 4 of the drive. Kano in the pistol formation. Bernard Taylor outside the numbers on the far sideline. Back to Fleming. Spins forward. Still on his feet before 4 or 5 guys have to bring him down. This dude just will not go down on the initial hit.
He's a workhorse back, and I was talking to Coach John Marek before the game, and said Fleming's had the opportunity, potential opportunities to look at some other schools here to go play college football, but he played for Coach Marek in high school and trusted him to do best for his career and decided to sign here at Cal College. He's actually smaller than he was when he played ball at Michigan City. He played ball at Michigan City, a running back at about 195, 200 pounds.
Early movement. Let's see who this is on.
That's going to be against the Crimson Wave. Looked like the right guard jumped. Hunter Boatwright, I think, is going to get called for the false start.
Again, if you're not familiar with sprint football, you have to be under 178 pounds. That's on the Thursday weigh-in. You have to weigh in again on Saturday, or at least, let me rephrase that, the day of the game, and you have to be under 190. And as far as I'm aware, nobody blew weight.
Yeah, and that's combines a little bit of the sport you're familiar with, the wrestling aspect of things. It combines that. And like Chris and I were talking about the Host Connection halftime report, Chris Ramirez, our executive producer, weren't quite sure what kind of physical nature we'd see out of this with the lighter kids, but it's been physical, it's been tough. We've seen a lot of great line play here in this ball game.
2nd and 5 now becomes 2nd and 10. Not a whole lot of penalties from the Crimson Wave in the first half. First half was pretty darn good for the Crimson Wave. Had a 14-point lead, looking to extend it here. And Flemings moves the pile close to the first down marker, but more importantly, he's going to cross midfield, set up 3rd and short again.
Yeah, they're switching running backs, getting Elijah Antis back in the ball again. They're subtly switching running backs between that 2 and the 3, trying to confuse us and the defense, I think. But Elijah Antis running as hard as he is, he looks like Jonathan Fleming's out there. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran it here again on 3rd down and try to make that 4th down much more manageable.
One safety high, 3 down linemen, 6 in the box. 4-man rush. Kano slings it down the far sideline, and wow.
They're going to get the
Looked
pass
to be
interference.
clean up until the end. He got a little bit too much of the jersey, and that's going to be PI. Pretty good coverage up until the very end by Gavin Rudy.
Yeah, and what I think is going to be the issue there, there's some hand fighting on both teams, as we're going to look at the Region Sports replay here. And let's see if my system... Yeah, just right at the end, Gavin Roddy got that arm extended on kind of a push-off. If he doesn't extend the arm like that, he probably gets away with it. Because there was contact, but it was both guys kind of doing some hand fighting downfield. But once you extend that arm, you're going to get called for that pretty much every time. And that's the reason for the late flag there.
15-yard penalty is going to move the Crimson Wade offense all the way up to the Pomeroys 35. The Crimson Wave on offense, working right to left offensively. They are in the white helmets in the crimson red jerseys. The Pomeroys, the visitor, in the white in North Carolina baby blue, as you said earlier.
Yeah, it's that Carolina blue. Both teams with good-looking uniforms here tonight.
Elijah Antis now in at running back. First down and 10. Let's see if they take a shot here. Nope. False start.
Dylan Cortez, the left tackle.
That's about as obvious as it's going to get. And like I said, we didn't see many penalties. Now we've got 3 penalties alone, and we're not even 5 minutes through the third quarter.
Yeah, those are mistakes that Coach Novak's gonna drive him insane a little bit. Those false starts, 2 of them on one drive. Don't know a single coach who's would ever be happy about something like that.
Wonder how much fatigue is taking an effect here again. They have never played a game. This is the inaugural game. Run goes up the middle to about the 35, which was the original line of scrimmage.
That's Elijah Antis on the carry. Fleming's back in the ball game for him. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on that one.
Game clock went out on the scoreboard for a minute. I believe it is second down. It is.
Yep, it is because of the penalty.
Second and about 11. Have not seen a whole lot in the passing game tonight from Kano. He has been intercepted and he has fumbled. Going to a hard count. Keeps and sniffed out all the way by Trey Jackson. Not going to fool him. The defensive end read that clean, and a loss of 5.
You take a look here. Trey Jackson with an outstanding play from his defensive end spot. Faked like he was going to crash down on the back. Fleming's on that read option. Kano's got to ride that a little bit longer. He was too quick to pull that out. And Jackson used his athleticism to make the big stop, set up a third and very long. We've said Trey Jackson's name a few times tonight here, Jared.
CJ Cash, he's on the outside on the far side. Instead, it goes towards the tight end and just a little bit out of his reach. Good effort on the diving attempt from Keandre Hill, but he couldn't haul it in.
We got a penalty on Cal College anyways. It's in the area of where a holding is, and that's exactly what it is. It is declined, going to be 4th and long for the Crimson Wave.
And that's a great start if you're head coach Blaine Powell in St. Mary of the Woods College, because you're down 2 scores already. You really can't afford to fall behind 3 scores.
No, and Cal College got into, the plus side of the field for them pretty quickly on that drive, and then the drive just stalls out from there. Now you got to hope Sayers does not pin you back deep again.
Bunch of whistles. I don't see a flag. I don't know if there was a timeout taken, but we're going to wait a little bit here for the punt, that's for sure.
It's for the clock.
Yeah, the game clock. Like I said, we have had some scoreboard malfunctions here in the beginning of the third quarter. .958 we're being told on the clock. We've got 2 returners back. Kevonte Jones and Devron Johnson. Jared Saez is out to punt, but we're not going to see a punt until we get the game clock going.
Yeah, 9:58 is on the clock right now. Looks like we'll be good to go.
Good snap. Sayas a high punt, maybe the highest one of the night. And it takes a Crimson Wave friendly bounce, and that is going to be picked up at the 2. Wow, what a boot there from Sayas.
And that is the second time tonight that Jared Sayas has pinned the Pomeroys on the 2-yard line. Can a punter be our Boilermakers local 374 blue-collar player of the game?
I'm not sure, but I definitely think he's in the running for it.
I think so as well. The punter out of Leesburg, Florida. Not often you see this on the roster. He's a kicker, he's a punter, he's a defensive end. Not the most common combination you see, but he's done a great job field position battle. And let's take another look at that boot by Sayas real quick. First play here for the Pomeroys.
Give up the middle goes to Perea. First time he's touched the ball here in the second half. Patrick Perea. In fact, it's the first offensive series of the second half. Give credit to St. Mary of the Woods College getting that punt here to open the second half. Good pickup on first down and quickly to the line. Here comes St. Mary of the Woods.
Yeah, they got to pick up the tempo. I know there's a lot of football left, but down by 2 scores.
2 receivers set to both sides. Clap of the hands. Counter run. Weaving his way through tacklers and not able to get a whole lot there. In the backfield, it was the running back, Devron Johnson, on second down.
He picks up the first down for the Pomeroys. Clock says 9:38, and I know we're having some scoreboard issues here.
Having some game clock issues, but having some scoreboard issues, but the clock is running. Again, another run to Perea, and Perea able to get about 3 yards on first down.
Perfect form tackling there by Isaac Hedgewood, the former Portage Indian linebacker, now playing here for the Crimson Wave. Just kind of stayed with a solid base, squared up the running back, and didn't let him get by him. That's well coached right there.
Brings up second down. Have yet to see a pass so far here in the second half from the Pomeroys. Landry looking to pass here. All sorts of time. Is going to keep it, and he takes a good shot at the end. Near the 20. A nice hit on hand by the safety. Yeah, a good hit by Nino Barbosa, but he paid the price too. He felt the effects of that.
Yeah, he did, and Landry picked up a couple yards. And
he's a little bit slow to get up. That was a good hit. He got down a little late, and he's going to be attended to right now by the training staff.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking at it at his knee, and we'll take a timeout while we have an injury here. We'll be back in just a little bit. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Brennan Landry uses his legs to pick up a couple of yards, but he pays the price. A nice, clean hit by Nino Barbosa, and he is going to go to the sideline and sit out at least one play here with 8:27 to go. Our score, Calumet College of St. Joe 28, St. Mary of the Woods 14. First time we've seen the left-hander in at the quarterback position, hit as he throws two. And that's going to be a small pickup and maybe a late hit from from Alexander Delachey.
That's Brian Merrill, the quarterback in for St. Mary of the Woods, freshman out of Amarillo, Texas, from Bushland High School.
Kano still getting medical attention on his sideline.
That penalty on the Crimson Wave, going to give the Pomeroys a first down.
Yeah, it looked to be just a little bit late from the linebacker Delachey.
Mistakes you can't make. Jared, you even said a relatively clean first half for the Crimson Wave.
That's 4 penalties now here in the third quarter.
Yeah, clean first half. sloppy second half so far here for Cal College.
15-yard penalty is going to move the ball up all the way past the 30. Low snap, picked up, shot down the far sideline. Did he catch it in bounds? No, he did not. Great effort on hand by the speedster, Andres Miller, but unable to make the catch in bounds. It's going to be incomplete.
And Merrill takes a shot at the end of that throw, too. Didn't see the blitzing Cal College player. Nice job to stand in the pocket, deliver what looked like to be a catchable pass, just drifted too far to the sidelines.
That's 2 hits now he has taken so far at the quarterback position. He's only been in for 2 plays.
It's a tough gig.
2nd down and 10. Man across the board. 6 in the box, 5-man rush. Morrell avoids pressure, still running, throws on the move, finds his man. He might have 6. Down the far sideline, the speedster Perea keeps going, looks back, and finds the end zone. How about that? Come into the game, 3 plays. Brian Morrell throws a touchdown to Patrick Perea, and this is a 1-score ball game.
And we got a flag after the play. I think they're going to get Perea for taunting. He looked back a couple times and probably said something to Brian Walker, the safety, who had fallen on the play. That's why he was late getting over there. Let's take a look at this pass. Nice job by the quarterback, Morrell, to step to the side, avoid the pressure, finds his receiver. See, the safety had fallen down there. Now he's getting up, and you'll see. I think this is where we're going to get the flag here. He looks back. I think maybe just a little bit too much chatter there for the officials.
And that's big because the Pomeroys have yet to kick a PAT, and I assume Jay Novak, head coach for Cal College of St. Joe, is going to allow that penalty to take effect here on the 2-point attempt.
Yeah, so the touchdown stands. That makes it a 28-20 ball game here with 7:32 to go in the 3rd quarter. Now he looks like he's going to take it on the kickoff.
Wow, I'm surprised because all of a sudden you could make it.
Yeah, it stays a 1-possession game?
Correct, but
even if they don't get it. So do you take the field position for your offense?
I guess that's why Coach Novak is the head coach and we're up here.
Or actually, Jared, I think you might be right. I think he's going to take it now.
Let's see. I would assume he would have taken it on the 2-point attempt.
He's taking it here. And I see some of the Pomeroy players are motioning to the sidelines, kind of saying, like, hey, let's hurry up. Like, they wanted to get that play in before Coach Novak made a decision there to accept that penalty, before the refs noticed that he was trying to take the penalty.
And this is all the way at the 18-yard line. Under center, haven't seen a lot of this. Morrell nearly picked off, and I'll tell you what, if that was a little bit further behind, that would have been considered a backward pass.
Yeah.
That would have been a live ball. Instead, it's batted down at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a 28-20 game, but it is a 1-score contest. We'll continue 3rd quarter action when we return. You're listening to Football Tonight here on Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Both teams have possessed the ball 1 time in the second half. Cal College of St. Joe unable to get points. St. Mary of the Woods College gets a touchdown. This is an 8-point game with 7:32 to go here in the 3rd. Jared Schlensky alongside Nathan Laird for the inaugural game between these two teams in the Midwest Spring Football League. And, well, we've got a great one on hand. We've seen Cal College of St. Joe lead by as much as 20, but give credit to the Pomeroys. They traveled 3 hours south of here, and they have not quit.
A lot of fight in this team, and we got a lot of football left to play. Should be a good final quarter and a half here.
A heck of an open field tackle there by special teamer Kevin Garcia. That had a potential to be a really long return. Instead, CCSJ is going to go to work from about their own 30.
This is a big drive for the Crimson Wave. You feel the winds of change starting to shift a little bit, that momentum going towards that Pomeroy side. You start to feel that a little bit with the way those two possessions, those two drives here have ended in this third quarter. Cal College has got to clean up those mistakes. Too many penalties so far here in this third quarter.
Second time here in the half, we'll get to see Blaze Kano on offense with the Crimson Wave, and this goes nowhere. Looked to be a little bit of a mix-up there on the carry. Exchange was not good to Elijah Antis. He's tackled in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, that exchange here on the mesh point on this read, as we'll see here on the Region Sports replay. The Pomeroy defensive front in there right away. Kano didn't have a chance to get a good read on that option.
Second down and about 13. Almost halfway through the third. 6 guys hovering over the line of scrimmage. Kano gives it off again to Antis, tries to stretch it, and he can't get the corner. Gang tackled for a loss again, and all of a sudden, it's 3rd and long.
This defense for the Woods just flying to the football right now. They've been outstanding here in this third quarter, and these are situations that the Crimson Wave don't want to find themselves in. 3rd and 15. Does not play necessarily to their strengths. This defensive line's getting it done for the Pomeroys.
Late substitution on defense for the Pomeroys. Kano, if he would have snapped that ball, could have gotten the 12 men on the field. Instead,
Cal College was making an offensive change too, though.
Trips to the far side, one to the near. That's Bernard Taylor. Kano rolls right, dumps it off, and high. Was looking for Antis again, and instead over his head. And this is a 3-and-out now from St. Mary the Woods College. All of a sudden, they've got all the momentum.
Yeah, they do, and boy, the defensive front dominated that possession for St. Mary the Woods. They got to the running backs quickly. They put pressure on Kano there like they've been doing pretty much all night long, and he didn't have a chance to set his feet and throw here. He's lucky this ball does not get picked, actually, with a high ball like that with about 3 defenders behind his intended target. He's lucky that doesn't get picked off, and it's up to Saez again to play the field position battle and try to give the Pomeroys some bad starting position.
Let's see who comes in at quarterback. Brennan Landry got hurt, and having to come in was Brian Morrell. The punt is a good one, and more importantly, just caught by Devron Johnson. And we're going to get to see this offense go back to work for the second time here in the half.
Yeah, they were impressive that first drive, even with their backup quarterback in. And it looks like Brennan Landry. Nope, no, I apologize. That was an 8 instead of a 9.
Yeah, it's going to be Morrell back out
Brian
there.
Morrell back in. I did see a player, and I don't want to assume because he didn't have his jersey on. I did see a player from the Pomeroy bench walk towards the locker room on crutches. So we'll see if we can see a number 9 for St. Mary of the Woods there on the sideline. I don't want to say that's who it was, but
a score here would make it a 2-point game. If they get the 2-point conversion, we're tied. First play, the Crimson Wave bring pressure. Ball comes out, and it is picked up. The hit came from the free safety,
Brian Walker.
And he delivered a boom, Brian Walker did. And then it was picked up right away by the outside linebacker of the Crimson Wave in Christian Hoke. And right back, the Crimson Wave offense going to go to the field.
Let's take a look. That Brian Walker gets his hat on the ball, forces the fumble. How's that for some redemption for the safety? He fell down in coverage last time. That led to the long touchdown for the Pomeroys' first play. He forces a fumble, gets his team right. The ball right back with great field position. That's how you come back tough after a defensive miscue. You keep your head in the game. You make a huge play and potentially swing the momentum. That's a candidate for our proud Union home play of the game. Brought to you by the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters.
Now let's see if the Crimson Wave can get something going offensively. A punt on their opening series and then a 3-and-out so far to begin the second half. And we've got a new quarterback in. Carson Crow, designed run. And look at him muscling through all the way out to the Pomeroys 45.
Carson Crow, former Griffith Panther. He's can do some real nice things with his legs and kind of give this the St. Mary of the Woods College defense a different look than what they see out of Blaze Kano.
Crow in the pistol formation, looking to spark this offense. They have struggled so far here in the third quarter. Give goes to Flemings, and he is speared behind the line of scrimmage. An excellent tackle there on hand by the defensive lineman.
Jake Skinner, the linebacker, coming up to make that play.
Along with Adami Parker, got both of them in there, and it's going to bring up third down.
Kano's coming back in this ball game here, so we'll see if we see, passing quarterback, running quarterback type substitution, try to get this Crimson Wave offense going here in the second half.
Third down and 6 to go.
Jay Novak's going to take a timeout here with 4:50 to go here in the third quarter. We'll keep it right here during this timeout. Let everybody know that after the game, we're going to hand out 3 awards. The Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. That's brought to you by the Crowd Companies. They're the insurance superheroes, and I'm proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field. We have the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, brought to you by the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. Build your future at IKORCC.com. And, of course, we have the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Earn while you learn, Boilermakers Local 374. That's a fun one because it's not who has the best stats, who fills up the stat sheet, who finds the end zone 5 times. That's for that hard-nosed, gritty effort to help his team find success on the field, whether it's in a winning or losing team. That Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game recognizes that hard-nosed effort. So we'll name all 3 of those after the game. But, Jared, we got lots of football left to play here. This thing far from over.
Indeed, indeed. And the difference so far, the turnovers, 3 now by the Pomeroys, an interception and 2 fumbles. But the Crimson Wave not able to generate any sort of points here in the third quarter despite having good field position twice.
No, penalties have really hurt them, and some big plays by this St. Mary of the Woods defense have really stepped up and put the Crimson Wave in third and long situations where they don't want to be, where they don't excel at.
3rd and 6. Rolling right and unable to escape, Kano. He goes down. An excellent shoestring tackle by Trey Jackson, and Kano slow to get up. And that is not what Jay Novak wanted to see coming out of the timeout.
Oh, and Trey Jackson got taken to the turf there, but he continued to fight, did a little bit of bear crawl there to get to Blaze Kano and record the sack. Some relentless effort there by Trey Jackson on the defensive side of the ball for the Pomeroys, and they're going to get this ball back. See if Saez can pin him deep for the Crimson Wave. He's done it twice before, pinned him down at the 2-yard line on 2 separate occasions.
2 returners back. Devron Johnson, and this is going to be a short punt from Saez, but it does take a favorable bounce, and it's still going inside the 10, close to the 5.
Wow.
And you talk about a great roll, almost like shooter's touch. That was it right there.
Yeah, and he's been a weapon tonight for the Crimson Wave. And normally you don't want to say that about a punter, but that's 3 punts now that he's pinned the Pomeroys inside the 5-yard line, and that is impressive. That's amazing. That's exactly what this defense needs here. You can flip that field position battle. He's a candidate for that Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game, to be honest with you. Yeah, anytime you do that, you deserve a shout-out.
The Pomeroys have turned it over 3 times, but they are only down 8. 3:50 go in the third quarter. There's still plenty of time. Morrell, the backup quarterback, in. He gives to Perea, who had that touchdown on that screen pass earlier in the quarter, and he gets out past the 10 for a good pickup on first down.
Pick up about 5 yards. Yeah, I think if St. Mary of the Woods is going to come back in this ballgame, tie it up, or even take the lead at some point, I think they're going to have to do it right in their backup quarterback here.
And I don't think you're going to get to see Brennan Landry come back in, and it's unfortunate because he was playing well. Tight formation. Everybody lined up around their line of scrimmage. Perea trying to make a couple of men miss. Can't. And this is going to bring up third down. A nice job there pursuing to the ball by Alexander Delashay.
Yeah, he was the first one to get there. I think Lamarck Hall also getting in on that play as well.
3rd down and 5.
Excuse me, that was Josh Tejada, also former Homer Bricky.
The Pomeroys need the 16. Morrell taking a shot to the far sideline, and it's caught and went off the hands of a defender into the hands of the receiver. And wow, what a pitch and catch for nearly 40 yards. Excellent concentration on hand by Cavante Jones.
It looked like Isaac Hedgewood was going to get over there in time. I think he might have gotten a piece of that one. A beautifully thrown ball by Morrell. Hedgewood just a step late getting over there. As you see on the replay, sticks his arm out, but a perfectly thrown ball. Huge play for the Pomeroys on 3rd and 5.
They needed that too, a pickup of 40. Close to midfield. Now they're at their own 45, and like I said, they've had all the momentum. They have been the team so far to come out in the 3rd quarter. Perea off a couple of tacklers, still spinning forward, past midfield, and churns all the way to the Crimson Wave 48.
Starting to see this Pomeroy running game, which has struggled in the first half, starting to pick up the pace a little bit, pick up big chunks of yardage, which allows those big passing plays to come into play here.
Under 2 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. The Pomeroys have outscored the Crimson Wave so far in the second half, 7-0, but they still trail 8. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers hovering around the line of scrimmage. Perea, counter run, can't escape that time. Excellent tackle on hand by the outside linebacker, and that was
Hunter Boatwright,
along with Trevor Buss. Both of them able to get there and create the tackle to bring up 3rd down. Personnel changes. Devron Johnson, who we've seen line up in the backfield, is now at receiver. Morrell steps up, pump fakes, and cannot avoid the defensive line. It was Trevor Buss bringing the hit.
Yeah, Trevor Bussey in there, and then Jake Bodencheck from New Lenox from Lincoln Way Central High School cleaning it up after Trevor Bussey, the former Knox Redskin, got things started there, and Cal College brought pressure. There you go, I can speak. They haven't been able to get home all night. Their first sack of the game, and comes at a huge time, setting up 4th and 5, and it looks like the Pomeroys are going to punt here.
Crimson Wave offense has hit a little bit of a wall, but give credit to their defense. They have been stout all night long. 3 forced turnovers. They've only allowed 20 points. And they're going to take the delay of game intentionally. I think they want the opportunity for their punter to be able to kick it a little bit further.
We haven't seen too many traditional punts out of.
No, we haven't.
Have they had a traditional punt? It's been
we saw Landry
punted twice, but that was not out of a punt formation.
No, it was not.
And one of them got blocked. Using air quotes, blocked. One of them hit a Crimson Wave player.
Wobbly punt. Takes a Pomeroy's bounce. And great job there by the
I'm glad you saw that too.
Special teamer ducking and rolling out of the way. I don't know if he knows this. This isn't gymnastics, but hey.
Yeah,
entertaining nonetheless by Nolan Norell.
Nolan Noel doing his best tumbling routine out of there, out of also Watami, Kansas. Easy for me to say. Yeah, he did a little gymnastics routine there to get out of the way of the ball, but he didn't touch it. Crimson Wave will start the 4th quarter here. That is the end of the quarter, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the 4th quarter. This exciting game after this. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
We are officially into the fourth quarter, the inaugural season for both St. Mary of the Woods and Cal College. This is both teams' first game, and, well, it's lived up to the hype. 28-20 at the start of the fourth. The Crimson Wave have led by as much as 20, but give credit to St. Mary on the road. This SMWC team has not given up, and they have found a way to keep themselves in it.
Yeah, they're continuing to fight, and let's see if Cal College can put this one away here in the fourth and get the victory in that first game.
First down carry for Flemings. He gets close to the 20 and a strong pickup on first down. Not a whole lot offensively in the second half from the Crimson Wave. What do you want to see done different on offense? Maybe time to go to the air?
Well, I don't know if you need to go to the air too often because of the pressure that this St. Mary of the Woods defense is bringing. I think first down plays are huge. They got to have more successful plays on first down rather than just 2-3 yards. You got to start picking up bigger chunks early and keeping ahead of the sticks.
Kano in there along with Elijah Antis. Quick hitter to the flat. That was Bernard Taylor. And Taylor not going to get a whole lot. As the clock continues to roll, it's going to bring up third down.
See, I think if you are going to go to the air and get your passing game going, you're going to have to do stuff like that. The drop back deep passes have not really worked for you today because of that pressure that the Pomeroys are bringing. You're going to have to get that short game going and make it almost an extension of your running game.
The Crimson Wave need to get all the way out to about the 26 to move the chains.
Yeah, under 10 seconds to go. Late substitution there.
Let's see if Jay Novak is forced to use a timeout.
Nope, they get it off.
They get it off. Kano rolls right, slings, and off the hands of the open man. It was a great job avoiding pressure by Kano. A little bit out in front of his receiver, Tony Matareno, but he couldn't haul it in.
Yeah, Tony Madrino, former Whiting Oiler here as well. Blaze Kano did a great job extending it, finding the receiver, a little sidearm pass there. Got to come down with that ball, especially on third down. Keep the drive alive for your team. And the Crimson Wave are going to have to punt this one away again with 13:39 to go.
Give credit to this Pomeroys defense. They really struggled in the first half, allowed 28 points, over 200 yards of total offense. They have not allowed any points today and just 2 first downs.
Yeah, second half it's been a different story for this this entire ball game. Cal College was the cleaner team, so we're going to have a penalty. We're going to have a delay game. Delay a game against the Crimson Wave. I was just saying, Cal College didn't have those self-inflicted mistakes in that first half. We've seen how many of them here in the second half, Jared.
Yeah, it's one of those things when you're trying to hold on to a lead, you just can't make those kinds of mistakes.
No, you can't, and you wonder if some of that's nerves. New season, new program. Got to get that cleaned up quick, though.
Great punt from Saez, and the fair catch called for by Devron Johnson. I think he might regret that because he had a chance to return that for a little bit.
We got a penalty flag on the play as well. Holding against the Pomeroys is going to be the call.
Let's see what the flag is for. The Pomeroys offense is moving back, so that is a sign it's against them. A hold against the Pomeroys.
It's going to push him back a little bit further.
28-20, 13:31 to go. Jared Schlinsky joined by Nathan Laird here on Region Sports Network. This has been as high as a 20-point lead for Cal College of St. Joseph. Again, great atmosphere, inaugural game, inaugural season. And, well, now if you're Cal College, you're just hoping to hold on. If you're St. Mary of the Woods, you're looking to play spoiler.
Yeah, and you're going to have to do it with your backup quarterback as well, like we mentioned earlier. I don't think we're going to see Brennan Landry here for the rest of this ball game after he took a real hard hit and came up limping.
I'll tell you what, though, the backup quarterback, Brian Morrell, has played okay. He also has a touchdown pass so far. Morrell steps up in trouble and is going to be sacked. Excellent job getting to the quarterback. The first one there, Jake Bedenchek.
Saw Nazir Fort there as well from Chicago, went to Bowen High School. So, and I was about to say that Morrell, doing a nice job, but he doesn't have the elusiveness that Landry does. Crimson Wave's gotten to him twice now.
2nd down and 12. Into the backfield goes Cavante Jones. They look his way. Instead, they go over the middle. Nice setup there. Fake to the outside. Try to set up the screen on the inside, but it hits the ground, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, pass offline. That not able to get that complete. If he's able to complete that, you're looking at a big chunk of yards, if not a 1st down. So, unenviable situation here for the Pomeroys. 3rd and about 12. Trailing by 8 here in the 4th quarter.
$12:50 to go. 3rd down and 12. Just a 3-man rush. Far sideline. Morrell finds his man, but unable to find the 1st down is the receiver, who takes a really nice hit on hand. Give him credit for hanging on to that ball.
And he's hurt.
Yeah, he is, unfortunately. You hate to see that. And he took a good hit out of bounds.
Yeah, Devin Johnson got tackled into the Cal College sideline. Coach Novak there with a pat on his back, telling him he made a nice play. I've seen a lot of sportsmanship we've seen here tonight. A lot of guys helping each other up off the turf and everything tonight.
Indeed. Isaac Hegwig there, able to push him out of bounds, keep him short of the marker. One name that we haven't mentioned much in the second half is Nino Barbosa, and that's because, well, he took his pads off, and he's got, it looks like, some ice wrapped around his ankle. That's a pretty big loss.
Yeah, he made a couple big plays early in this ball game for the Crimson Wave, and his night is done. But he's gonna make some big plays before this season's over for sure. Yeah, he's got his shoe off, ice taped around his ankle there.
A 3-and-out by the St. Mary of the Woods offense brings out the punting unit, and we have yet to see Cal College of St. Joseph get going offensively here in the second half.
Well, now's the time you really want to get that running game established, not only to play keep away in a one-score game, get that clock moving. You're in the 4th quarter, 12:44 to go in this ball game, still a lot of time, but you dominated with the rushing game the first half. You want to get that going here in this second half.
Good snap, and the punt, a booming one. And not even going to take a chance there is Isaac Hegwood. He's going to let this one go out of bounds. Best kick or punt we've seen from Justin White probably all day today.
Yeah, that was a nice one. Not as good as Saez, who's able to pin him back, the 5 and the 2-yard line consistently. But still a pretty good punt, and this is a big drive for Cal College. Obviously, you want to come away with points. That doesn't need to be said. What you want to do is that clock's at 12:34 right now. If you don't score here, you want to give them the ball with, you want to take at least 3-4 minutes off the clock here. If you do that and still have to punt or you turn it over on downs, all right, that's not ideal, but, you want to take time off the clock. You can't go 3 and out here.
Yeah, the clock is your friend, but you want it to roll. You don't want it to stop, that's for sure.
I think we're going to see a lot of Jonathan Flemings on this drive. He's in the backfield right there next to Blaze Kano.
Kano motions for a man. A little bit of a jump pass there to the speedster Bernard Taylor, and Taylor picked up and slammed down hard. Hard hit on the outside by St. Mary of the Woods' Elias DeJesus.
It's actually Timothy Sneed on the carry, 81. It looked like the 8 there. Out of Gainesville, Florida, coming up to play for Cal College.
Nice hit by DeJesus. I'll tell you what, the contact level in this second half has picked up.
It really has been, this game has stayed close. The intensity's picking up big time between these two teams here.
Bernard Taylor motions outside. 7 in the box. Antis on the carry. Never really got a good feel of it on the exchange, and he's taken down for a loss and another 3rd and long.
One of the things we've seen a few times here tonight is issues with that shotgun snap. Not snaps too low, quarterback not able to field it cleanly, which leads to exchanges. It throws off the entire timing on those running plays if you're not able to field the snap cleanly. That's another thing that Cal College has got to get shored up in the future. That play was dead from the start.
Hunter Cardwell with the tackle in the backfield. 3rd down and long. Kano to pass. Down the far sideline. Is he intercepted?
Nope, incomplete.
Incomplete. Excellent coverage there on hand by the defensive back, Xavier Grant, who has already 1 interception today.
Yeah, he did a nice job coverage there on C.J. Cash, the receiver, and we said a 3-and-out, not ideal for the Crimson Wave. That's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to punt the ball away with 11:03. We were hoping they can get it down to 7-8 minutes on the clock. They only took off about, a minute and a half there? 2?
Yeah, not a whole lot of time came off, that's for sure. Game clock at 11 minutes. We're in the 4th quarter. This game has gotten real interesting. This one off the side of the leg of Saez, but it takes a friendly bounce and picked up. Wow, risky, and all of a sudden, much better field position than anyone could have expected. Really a big risk to field it on a hop like that, but it ends up panning out for the Pomeroys.
Yeah, that was Andres Miller, who made a one-handed scoop to his side fielding the punt, and you want to bet he's going to get a "don't ever do that again" speech from his coach on the sideline there?
Yeah, but good job, too. Don't do it again, but good job.
Yeah, from similar to Lou Brown in Major League?
Yes.
Great job, son. Don't ever do it again.
Let's see if the Pomeroys take a shot here. Brian Morrell has shown that he has good arm strength, and they've got a big target on the outside in Andres Miller. He's at the top of your screen. Snap is a little bit low. It goes to Perea, makes the first man miss, and picks up about 2 or 3 on 1st down.
Yeah, did a nice job fighting more for some more yards. It looked like it was going to be hit in the backfield. I want to see the Crimson Wave bring some more heat there. That quarterback Morrell has shown that he a little bit elusive, but not nearly what Brennan Landry was. The Crimson Wave have gotten to him a couple times here. Let's see if they start bringing in some more blitzes here to try to get the backup quarterback rattled.
2nd down and 7, close to midfield. Crowd looking for a false start. Morrell with time and off the hands of Andres Miller. Good job by Morrell going through his reads. Initially he wanted to come here to the near side. The bottom of your screen wasn't there. Went to the other side of the field and, couldn't be hauled in by Miller.
Yeah, that's one you got to catch there. That's a 1st down. Huge play in this ball game. You got to come up with that one. Hits you right in between the numbers. Where else do you want it?
3rd down and 7. Is this 4-down territory? Is still too early?
I think it's still too early.
I would tend to agree with you. It's an 8-score lead if you're just tuning in.
It's a 1-possession game. 10 minutes to go. You got all your timeouts. You can't potentially give this good field position.
6 at the line of scrimmage. 3 with their hand in the ground for the Crimson Wave. Morrell taking his time, and maybe too much time as the flag comes in.
The Cal College coaches wanted a false start, but said they're going to get the delay of game, so works the same either way. They get the 5 yards.
3rd and 7 becomes 3rd and 12, and if you are offensive coordinator Trey Powell, you got to think that's going to change the playbook a little bit here.
Yeah, it definitely does. And again, another unforced error. We've seen a lot out of both teams here in this second half. Mistakes that just can't be made.
Fake the jet sweep. Morrell evades the rush, keeps rolling, somehow still alive. He's going to get the 1st down and then some. Morrell, oh my gosh, weaving his way behind the original line of scrimmage, pushes forward for the 1st down and then some. Maybe the biggest play of the game.
Manny Montalvo on the blitz, the corner blitz almost got to him. But Morrell able to elude him. Montalvo almost got him again. Then 2 Crimson Wave players run into it. Here's Montalvo, almost gets him on the blitz night. Sidesteps another man there, and right there, 2 Cal College players run into each other.
Quickly to the line, Morrell gives to Perea, and a late flag comes in. This might be coming back. Let's see.
Yeah, I think they're going to get holding. Look like number 50 for the Pomeroys, Ruben Pasquale from Cathedral City, California. And looked like he tackled his guy.
going to move this back about 10 yards, and I think that changes a lot here.
Well, nothing drives coach crazy when you got to try to go hurry up and then you get a penalty on the first play. You got to slow things down.
Morrell with time. Looking for Miller. Instead is going to check it down, and wow, you talk about threading the needle. Oh!
Now they're going to say Hedgewood comes away with the ball, but they're going to say he was down first.
And he threaded it on a dart to Carlos Munoz Jr. That was in a tight window between two guys. That's a heck of a throw.
That's a heck of a throw, but it's a risky throw there as well. That could have just as easily been picked off, but he maintains possession for his team. 9 minutes to go here in this ball game. Second and about 15 here.
Morrell still slinging it to the flat, hauled in, and Perea takes a hard hit on the CCSJ sideline.
Number 34, Xander Delachey.
That was a heck of a hit. We've seen, like I said, the contact level has picked up here in the second half.
It really has. These kids know lots on the line here with this first game of the season. You want to start off with this good momentum on your side.
They might only be 178 pounds again. This is sprint football. You have to be under 178, but the contact level is there.
3rd and 11 here. I think now you're in 4-down territory.
Game clock ticking close to the 8-minute mark. Morrell drops back. Far side throw in the dirt, and probably a good decision because if that was elevated more, probably would have been picked.
Yeah, he's got to throw it. Only his receiver can make a play on it. And, with 4 down, again, you're going to go for it here on 4th down. You live to fight one more time here.
I don't know, though. If you punt and you can get them inside the 10, you probably think you're going to get it back one more time.
I think with the way your defense has played so far here in the second half, you trust your defense to get the stop and try it right here. You're not giving them amazing field position.
Timeout taken right before the snap. We're going to keep it here. Jared Schlensky alongside Nathan Laird here on Region Sports Network. The Pomeroys need the Crimson Wave 25. And Nathan, what do you draw up here if you're offensive coordinator Trey Powell on 4th down?
Well, you got to remember you're working with your backup quarterback in there as well. I think you target Andres Miller's had a real nice game so far for St. Mary's. St. Mary of the Woods, excuse me. He's had a real nice game. I think he's your number one target. But Perea's also had a nice job, done a nice job receiving out of the backfield. So maybe split him out, or keep him in like he's going to block, and then you bring him out late out of that formation and get him something to the sideline and get a one-on-one matchup with him that he's been able to win a lot of those here this afternoon. So you got a lot of options here. You got to tell Morrell, though, he can't take a sack. He's got to get rid of this football here on 4th and 11. Taking a sack here, you're giving the ball right back to the Crimson Wave automatically. Just even if you have to force one in there.
What about if you're the Crimson Wave defense? If you're defensive coordinator Chuck Miller, what are you drawing up here on 4th?
I bring pressure.
Yeah, outside.
Look at this formation here. This is
called a polecat. Everybody is aligned to one side. It's tricky.
Jay Dovak's taking a timeout.
Yeah, it's a tricky formation because you need to confirm before the snap of who's eligible. Obviously, everybody can't go out for a pass.
I'm glad you recognize what that was because I have not seen that before. So a little chess match going on between the two coaches, and I don't think they're going to come back out of it out of this timeout. I think he wanted to get Coach Novak to burn one of his timeouts on top of that. Or you catch him off guard if he doesn't want to take a timeout. So nice little back and forth between these two coaches here.
Let's talk about some of those awards that we got to hand out at the end of the game. Obviously, we are still a ways away, but 3 of them to hand out.
Yeah, we got that Crowell Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. That's brought to you by the Crowell Companies. They have offices in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City, open from 9 to 7 Monday through Friday, and Saturdays till 2. We got the Proud Union Home Play of the Game. It's brought to you by the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. Build your future at IKORCC.com. And, of course, the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn.
Thank you so much for that, Nathan.
You're welcome.
4th down and 10 coming up for the St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys. Inaugural game of the year for both teams. Again, we didn't find out till 2021 that this season was going to happen. And, well, we were counting the days since, and, well, now we're here. Morrell slings it on 4th down, looking for his man Miller, and it is incomplete. Really good coverage there on the outside by Hegwood, along with Quindarius Davis.
Yeah, that just awesome coverage, or blanketing the receiver. That pass had no chance, thanks to the coverage there from Hegwood and Davis in there as well. So big stop for the Crimson Wave defense. Now let's see if the offense, which had a nice break there. Again, you got to pick up a couple first downs. Under 8 minutes to go here, just under 8 minutes to go in this ball game. Time to eat up the clock.
7:59 to go. No points in the second half so far for the Crimson Wave. Only a couple of first downs.
We got some Wildcat formation going here.
And some early movement on the left side of the line. That was the quarterback, Kano, looking for the ball to be snapped.
No, that was Fleming or Antis was there to take the snap there.
He called for the snap, though. He wanted the ball snapped. It wasn't going to go to him, though.
Is Kano even in the ball game right now is what I'm saying.
I believe he was on the left side of the line. No, you're right.
Yeah, they're running Wildcat right here.
They sure are. Antis is the Wildcat back, and he's got a lot of room ahead. Pushes forward to about the original line of scrimmage, so pretty much a one-dimensional offense here.
Yeah. Flemings took the snap on that one, and both quarterbacks are going to go talk to Coach Mauerick. They're following him, so that's Crow and Kano. So, yeah, no disguising what they're going to do. Power running. They got a bunch of guys in the backfield as lead blockers, including Darren Reese back there as well. So looks like we're going to see some power football out of the Crimson Wave here. Is it going to be Flemings? Is it going to be Antis? They're both back there. We'll see what they do here.
Antis rolls right. Flemings to his right, goes nowhere. Sniffed out nicely on the line by Jake Skinner. We've called his name a lot here in the second half.
We have, and as much as Cal College won the battle in the trenches that first half, the Pomeroys have been dominating in the second half. Cal College cannot get this running game going with as good as this St. Mary of the Woods defensive front has been playing. Is Kano back in the ball game? So is Carson Crow. Look at Carson Crow as one of the receivers up top as well. Could we see some trickeration with both quarterbacks in here at the same time?
You're talking about pulling out all the plays. Dumped off to his man Flemings, and Flemings goes nowhere. Slammed to the ground by multiple guys on the defense for St. Mary of the Woods, and another 3 and out for Cal College of St. Joe's.
Yeah, again, not exactly what you're looking for, but compared to the last possession they had, you're now looking at 6 minutes. They started this possession at 8:59. Clock is rolling here as they come out to punt. It's at 6:15 right now, so you're taking a good more than 2.5 minutes off the clock. Again, you want more, but I would view this drive as more successful as the last one just because of the time you were able to take off.
Let's see if we actually see a return. A lot of bouncing balls and fair catches. A return might be big here, especially if you have a chance for it. This is pretty high. I don't think anyone's going to have a chance to return this.
And it's going to take a Crimson Wave bounce.
And I don't know why he picked it up, though. It was still going. Either way, the Pomeroys out of St. Mary of the Woods College are going to have to go to work inside their own 20 with 5:46 to go. Only 7 points put up here in the second half. They've come via the Pomeroys.
Only 6 because they missed the,
oh, you're right.
the
I'm
two-point conversion.
6. Yeah. Right, 6 points.
Boy, we saw 42 points in the first half and 6 here in the first half. These defense, nice job by the coaching staffs for both teams making these defensive adjustments. And you asked me last drive, about if it's 4-down territory at a certain situation for St. Mary of the Woods. I think you might be getting there. 5:46. The number of possessions you're going to have left is limited, so you're going to have to take some shots here.
Morrell drops back. The lefty gunslinger stands tall, finds his man over the middle of the field, and now running after the catch beyond the first down, and then some. Excellent job on hand by Carlos Munoz Jr.
Yeah, Morrell had plenty of time to throw there and found his tight end wide open over the middle, threw a strike to him. First down for St. Mary of the Woods. Clock ticking, 5:28 to go here in this fourth quarter.
Pickup of close to 15 yards, and quickly to the line are the Pomeroys. Clock still rolling. No safeties right now. Man-to-man across the board. Up the middle it goes. A strong run. Stuff, though. Not a whole lot going there on that play for Patrick Perea, who has really gotten the majority of the carries in the second half.
Yeah, he had, handful in the first half, but wasn't overly effective. That running game has really picked up for the Pomeroys here in this second half. The Cal College defense stepping up big there, holding to a gain of about 4 yards, set up 2nd and 6, and again, the clock moving if you're Cal College. That's what you're looking at as well. All right, how much time's left on the clock? 4:45? 4:43? Keep that ticking.
3 down linemen. 7, make it 8 in the box. Motion man is Corey Miller. Morrell takes the snap. Picked up okay. Finds Perea out of the backfield, down the sideline. Still scampering and really close to midfield. You talk about a nice designed route there out of the backfield. That was it right there.
Yeah, they got pressure with Delachey on the outside, but Morrell just stood in the pocket, found the running back on the wheel route. Big gain there. 4:15 to go. Ball near midfield.
28-20 our score. This is a home game for Cal College of St. Joe. A nice playing field here at Ray P. Galvin Field, home of the Whiting Oilers. Morrell steps up, still on his feet, has the first down and then some. These two teams will face each other later on in the year, but for the first ever game between the two schools, I'll tell you what, it's lived up to the hype.
Yeah, how's game 2 going to exceed this one? This has been fantastic as Christian Houck just missed getting to Morrell on that one, who's able to pick up the first down. He's, again, not as elusive as Brennan Landry, but he's made some real nice plays with his legs here.
Into the Crimson Wave territory. It goes to Perea, and Perea not able to get a whole lot. Good tackle by Jason Ruff.
And Nazir White there as well to make the tackle. Give him a gain of 2 on that one.
I'm surprised St. Mary of the Woods is letting this much time tick off, because if they don't get the 2-point conversion, they're not going to have enough time to get the ball back. Morrell over the middle, finds his man. Nicely done there. We haven't called his name a whole lot in the second half, Andres Miller, but he was able to haul that in tight coverage.
Yeah, you hear the Crimson Wave fans and coaches wanted to hold him there. I can't say I blame him for wanting it on that one. Completed pass, that's about 3rd and a long 2, 3rd and 3.
Game clock rolls close to 2 minutes. What looked to have been a pretty fast-moving first half has been a pretty darn slow-moving second half.
See, I would almost say the opposite.
You think so?
I
would like to have had a stopwatch, and we could have timed each one. Timeout taken, and we'll take one.
Let's see who took the timeout.
I believe it was the offense in St. Mary of the Woods.
There's been no signal. I assume you're right there, but
you want to keep it here?
Let's keep it here. It's 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go. We got a 1-score ball game. St. Mary of the Woods driving. They trail by 8. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that they don't need to be running hurry up at this point, but they're being very deliberately slow paced. And at this point, if they're able to score and they don't get the 2-point conversion, and especially if they took the time out there, that's their second time out, at least.
Correct.
So they're putting all their eggs in one basket here. And how does the cliche go? Don't put all your eggs in one basket?
Yeah, I think that is how
I think
it
that's
goes.
how it goes.
Yeah.
If my memory serves me correctly. So yeah, they're putting it all on this drive, and if they come up short on that 2-point conversion, I think coaches may want to do something a little bit differently in the future. It still won't be the most questionable fourth quarter you're down drive we've seen like all week. I'm looking at you, Nathaniel Hackett.
What do you do here? Do you use this play as an opportunity to maybe look for a big chunk, or are you playing to pick up the first down?
I think you're playing to pick up the first down here, and I think that's with the style they're going. That's what they're going to do. I'd run the ball here.
You know, we haven't seen a designed quarterback run for Brian Morrell. Might not be a bad time here. Maybe read option.
Catch him off guard a little bit there.
Game clock is at 2:18. Jared Schlensky joined by Nathan Laird. It's been a really contested contest tonight, especially in the second half. Only 7 points put up by the Pomeroys, and now they need at least 8 more to tie it up. Miller motions out. He wants him to come back. And how about that? A timeout followed by a timeout. Just not in sync. You can't use consecutive timeouts, so it makes me think the first timeout had to have been by Cal College. Next week, these teams will have their second game of the season. Midway will come here to play Cal College of St. Joe's, and Quincy University will head over to St. Mary of the Woods College for their first ever home game.
And like all Calumet College games this season, we'll be right here on the Region Sports Network for you. Home and away games we'll have for you here on game nights in the region. 7 o'clock kickoff for all the games here at the RPG. Weather should still be good next week. So come on out. And if you're not able to for any reason, check out the feed. But it's been a great time here for Crimson Wave football.
Let's see if we can get the crowd back into this. Huge stand here on third down. They've been great all night, but this is, crunch time now.
Yeah, they've been quieted a little bit here with the way this second half has gone.
See if we can get any other scores today regarding football tonight across the Midwest Sprint Football League.
Very tight formation here from for the Pomeroys here as Morrell's going to go under center. There's that design
Fakes
run.
the end around, keeps it, and he'll have the first down and then some as the game clock ticks under 2 minutes. So this is going to be the Pomeroys' final chance to score. There's just not going to be enough time, and they don't have enough timeouts to get a second opportunity to possess the ball. So it might not be a bad idea if you're the head coach here in Blaine Powell. Let as much time to tick. That way, if you do score it, you don't give St. Joe's enough time to go. Morrell looking to his left, goes over the middle of the field to his safety blanket, the tight end. And again, the go-to guy here in the second half, Carlos Munoz Jr. And all of a sudden, it's inside the 20 of the Crimson Wave.
Minute 20 to go here. They got to pick up the pace a little bit here now. See if this Crimson Wave can bend but not break one more time.
3-man rush. Quick hitter. Is it caught? Did it hit the turf?
It's a catch.
It is a catch.
And if you're Cal College, that's really the more favorable outcome. Just a couple yards, and the clock keeps rolling. That's what you want there.
Hauled in by Corey Miller. Game clock under a minute. 28-20 our score. And the Pomeroys look a little out of sync. And this crowd has come to life. This is your ball game, essentially. Fade ball, far sideline. Too far. Incomplete. Looking for Cavante Jones. It's going to bring up third down with 39.7 seconds to go.
Not bad for a debut night here for CCSJ football, huh? I'm sure Crimson Wave fans wanted a blowout victory, but you get a thriller here.
The defense tonight has forced 3 turnovers, but now they're looking for the biggest stop. It comes here on third down.
42 combined points in the first half, only 6 points here in this second half. Pomeroy's trying to change that and tie up this ball game.
Let's see if they try to set this up to make fourth down shorter or if they try to take an end zone shot.
We got a flag on the play. It's going to be against St. Mary of the Woods.
Going to pin him back 5 more yards.
They had too many men on the field. Oh, they're picking it up. I think the ref miscounted. I think they were calling too many men on the field. Yeah, I think he counted 12, but he must have counted somebody twice. That's good officiating to correct yourself in that situation.
38.7 ticks. 2 more downs to go. Morrell rolls out to his left. Munoz tackled inbounds. They got to get to the line. They've got to get this ball off.
He had Cavante Jones wide open, and they're going to take their final timeout.
Yeah, I like the decision. The only thing I might have considered doing different is calling the timeout with about 4 or 5 seconds, just so there's no chance Cal College can do anything if you do get a score.
If Brian Morrell turns to his right, he's rolling to his left a little bit. If he turns to his right, he sees Cavante Jones wide open for a touchdown. All he's got to do is just flick his wrist, get him the ball. Cavante Jones walks into the end zone. He was as open as, I could have scored a touchdown. And that's if I could catch. 27 seconds they're going to put on the clock here. And Zach's going to see if we can find the read. No, that's all right. Missed opportunity there for the Pomeroys. And, yeah, they're going to see what you draw up here with 27 seconds to go here on fourth down.
What do you look for? Obviously, you got to go to the end zone unless you think you can get it to someone where he can make something happen following the catch.
Yeah, you can still pick up a first down, and the clock
would stop.
Will stop.
That's a great point.
And you'll have 3 downs, and if you run up and spike the ball, because the clock will start on when they reset, you can spike the ball and have 3 downs to work with. So I don't think you need to go to the end zone here.
That's a terrific point.
You just have to be ready to get to the line if you pick up the first down and don't score.
A couple hundred fans tonight here at packed Ray P. Galvin Field, and they are all on their feet. 4th down and 2. The Pomeroys on the road looking to keep the game going. The Cal College of St. Joe Crimson Wave defense looking to seal the win. It comes down to this.
Play clock at 2 seconds.
They get it off. Morrell finds his man, and he has a touchdown. The tight end again, Munoz Jr., walks in on 4th down, and all of a sudden the Pomeroys are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up.
What poise by the quarterback, Morrell. Waits for his tight end to come across, threads the needle, touchdown with 21.9 seconds left.
So obviously the Pomeroys needed that to even give themselves an opportunity to tie the game, but 100%, if Cal College gets a stop, they're probably going to win. This is the biggest play of the game.
Yeah, this is the ball game right here. This is, we're likely looking at overtime if the Pomeroys pick this up, and if they don't, Crimson Wave are going to get the victory here with no more timeouts for St. Mary of the Woods.
Motion man goes from left to right. That's Munoz Jr. He just caught the touchdown. Morrell, the snap. Looking for the tight end. It's not there. Instead, he goes to his left, and it is caught out of the backfield. Holding it in. Patrick Perea seals it, and we are tied, but we have an injured man, too.
Looks like Perea's hurt, or they're bringing him over. He's hurt. Miscommunication there for the Crimson Wave defense on that one. Saw a couple players looking at each other and pointing at him, and they just lost track of the running back. And we are tied up here. What a drive for St. Mary of the Woods to tie up this ball game with 20 on a 2-point conversion with 21.9 seconds left.
Now you've got a huge dilemma if you're head coach Jay Novak. Do you just essentially recover the ball, take a knee, go into overtime, or do you want to see if you can move the football and put yourself in position for a potential field goal or maybe an end zone shot?
With the
way the offense has gone in the second half, I'm not sure what you do. No points in this half.
With where your offensive line has struggled in the second half, I think you may be looking to play for overtime, to be honest with you.
And it is, we've been told, again, it is the first game ever for these two teams, but overtime is supposed to be the same, just like it would be in college. Both teams start. Both teams get a chance to possess the ball unless the defense scores first. The question is, do they alternate series? Do they go for one, go for two after the second time? We'll see.
We will find out. We'll see how this goes. But we got an injured player on the field. Let's take a timeout as well. We'll be back in just a little bit. You're watching Game Night on the Regions Sports Network, the only game in town.
Are you a steel hauler? Come work for Area Transportation. You must have a current valid Class A commercial driver's license and at least 1 year of recent verifiable steel hauling experience and at least 2 years of recent verifiable interstate experience operating a commercial motor vehicle. Call recruiting at 1-855-400-6939. That's 1-855-400-6939.
A sudden injury or illness can happen anytime. When it does, feel better fast. Urgent care at Pinnacle Hospital. We have a network of highly qualified physicians, and your wait is minutes, not hours. We offer on-site laboratory and radiology services. We accept most insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid, plus the biggest cash pay discount in Northwest Indiana. We're recognized by Press Ganey in the top 3% in the country for customer satisfaction. Feeling better fast. Urgent care at Pinnacle Hospital.
Thank you for taking me home. It's so far.
Don't worry about it, Grandma. This will be fun. 2 chocolate milkshakes, please.
Make it 3.
3?
Did you get his number?
Oh, Grandma. Grandma!
Excuse me?
Some relationships get better with time. That's why I got a Crosstrek.
97% of Subaru vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road.
I'm so glad you got a Subaru.
I wonder who gave me the idea.
Oh.
Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Check out the new Subarus at Castle Subaru in Portage. Ethos Dental Group in Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake offers a full scope of general and cosmetic dentistry with expertise ranging from porcelain veneers to dental implants, crowns, and bridges. At Ethos Dental Group, you're assured that Dr. Mark Stojkovic and his associates, Dr. Emily Hansen and Dr. Brian Douts, utilize the latest in technology. Check out ethosdentalgroup.com or call 219-595-3432 to schedule an appointment. Ethos Dental Group, Munster, Crown Point, and Cedar Lake.
With less than 25 seconds in regulation, the backup quarterback, Brian Morrell, finds his tight end, Carlos Munoz, for 6. And then, with a 2-point conversion needing to force a tie, he finds his running back, Patrick Perea, out of the backfield, and we are knotted at 28. Jared Schlensky alongside Nathan Laird here on Region Sports Network, our first ever college football game. Sprint football here from Whiting, Indiana, at the lovely Ray P. Galvin Field, and, well, an inaugural game that has lived up to the hype for certain.
Yeah, it's been amazing. The atmosphere has been amazing. The crowd's been great. This game has been outstanding. What poise by Brian Morrell, who comes in the second half of this ball game, leads his team to 2 touchdowns, the only 2 touchdowns of this second half, led by the backup quarterback. And we'll see what the Crimson Wave do here. 22 seconds on the clock.
The interesting question is for head coach Jay Novak, what do you do with your offense? Oh, no, not a good kick at all. He got it off the end, and Bernard Taylor is racing the other way. And Taylor tackled close to the 45, which gives Calumet College about 2 plays to set up possibly for a final end zone shot or a kick.
Yeah, that changes your thinking there. I don't think that. I would hope that's not intentional. That changes what you're going to do here, I think. I think if they would have kicked it deep and were able to pin him deep, you look at overtime, I think. Here you take a shot. Do they have any timeouts left, Cal College?
I think they have 1. I believe Cal has 1.
We think they may have 1. We'll find out here after this play.
But either way, if you pick up a first down, the clock is going to stop.
Yeah, Coach Novak's got to remind his guys, if you pick up the first down and you don't have any timeouts, you got to sprint down there to the line of scrimmage. They're still in the huddle. Play clock is rolling 20 seconds. They haven't even broken the huddle yet.
Yeah, I think they might be just content going into overtime here. I don't know.
Yeah, I would think based off coming out of the huddle like that.
Play clock is down to 5. They do get the snap off. Kano dumps it off to his right, and it's off the hands of Tony Matarino. That is a huge drop with 9.2 ticks remaining. Well, you still probably have time for 2 plays.
Yeah, that was not smooth there for Cal College. All breaking that huddle, players not sure about where they were going on the field. we'll mark that down to first game jitters.
The next question is, what yard line do you need if you are Kano to get it to the end zone? Probably the 50.
Yeah, we haven't seen, Christian Price has made his extra points, but not like he boomed them.
Kano can't avoid the pressure. Brought down from behind, and it was Adamini Parker. And a timeout is taken, I believe. I don't believe that is the end.
We're going to overtime.
Yes, we are. You're right. We are going to go to overtime. And while they've got to flip the coin, so let's take a timeout and then come back. And each team, unless the defense scores first, will have an opportunity to possess the football. How about it? First game ever between the two teams.
Let's play some more.
First game here, first week for the Midwest Sprint Football League, and we've got overtime tonight. Take a quick timeout. When we return, we'll bring you overtime. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Did you know?
They decorate over 210,000 cakes a year.
Did you know?
Their butcher will cut your meat your way.
Did you know?
They have trained floral designers in store.
Did you know?
They will make your wedding cake?
Did you know?
They have a variety of deli bakeable entrees.
Did you know?
Their online app has coupons and so much more. Who does that?
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Overtime from Whiting, Indiana. At Ray P. Galvin Field, knotted at 28, the visiting St. Mary of the Woods College Pomeroys. They score a touchdown with less than 30 seconds, and then they get the two-point conversion to tie it up. And now we're going to find out exactly how overtime works here in sprint football. If it's just like regular college, both teams will start from their opponent's 25, and unless the defense scores first here, both offenses will get a chance to possess the ball.
And the Pomeroys are going to get the ball first at the 25-yard line. They got all the momentum on their side. Let's see what Coach Powell and his staff have in their bag of tricks here to strike first in overtime.
All the momentum right now really seems to be going the Pomeroys' way. They have scored 14 unanswered. Calumet College of St. Joe's has led by as much as 20 tonight. But still a chance to get the win here at home. Brian Morrell, the backup quarterback, he's thrown a couple of touchdowns here, filling in for the starter in Brennan Landry. First play, up the gut. Good start on first down, close to about 5 yards. Is going to bring up 2nd and 5.
I think it was Jake Skinner on the carry. Yep, it was 55. You don't see 55s carrying the ball too much. But he picked up a nice chunk there on first down.
3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and a couple of safeties. Morrell, low snap, handles it nicely. And like you said, Skinner, who we have not seen a whole lot as a ball carrier, picks up another good chunk on 2nd down.
Picks up the first down, breaks the arm tackle of Xander Delachey. And so he's running with pretty fresh legs here and running with a lot of power.
Two receivers at the bottom of your screen, 2 at the top. Another low snap. Right back to Skinner, and Skinner lowers the boomstick and gets good gain there on first down.
You know, Jared, I'm looking on the Calumet College sidelines just now in the track in front of us. Saw somebody running shirtless on the track, And now he's putting on shoulder pads. It looks like Nino Barbosa's getting set to come back in this ballgame at some point. He came running in from the training room.
He's going to try and gut it out. He left this game early.
Don't be surprised to see him when the Crimson Wave get the ball back. He's a dynamic player for them. He's going to get that ankle taped again, and he's going to try to give it a go. That's toughness right there.
2nd down and about 5 to go. Lights in full effect. Nobody's left tonight.
Including the lights coming from the train and the crossing gates.
Yeah, a great crowd on hand, and they've stayed for the entire duration. Morrell to his right. Is it caught?
Nope.
No, a little bit too low, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Morrell threw a bullet right there, and I think he could have used a little bit more touch. I know he wants to throw where only his receiver can catch it on kind of a quick out route like that, but a little bit more touch on there. Maybe looks at a completion. We haven't seen much out of the Pomeroy kicking game, so I have to imagine if they don't get it here on 3rd down, they're going to go for it on 4th.
I think you might be right. No safety. 4-man rush. Morrell to his left. On the move, throws, and just near the goal line, he finds his man. And a late flag comes in. We saw some extra pushing coming after the play.
That's going to be a huge call depending which way that goes.
Munoz Jr. with the catch. Again, man, he had the touchdown, and now he makes that catch there. That's going to put them on the cusp of another one potentially.
A late flag, it's in kind of the timing of where it's at. It's usually a personal foul type penalty, and the way the Pomeroys are clapping, I think that's going against the Crimson Wave.
I think you're right. It might be offsetting, though. Let's see.
Personal foul
against CCSJ.
And he's been ejected.
Ejection. I don't know who it was on, though.
Looks like that is on Josh Tejada, the Hobart alum. Not sure if they said he threw a punch, but Josh Tejada's been ejected from this game in overtime.
And that's going to bring them inside the 1 now because it was at the 2. It's half the distance to the goal.
Yeah.
And is a costly penalty. Morrell on 1st down from the 1. In the gun, low snap again. Give to Skinner, and he does not get it. A really nice stop there.
That's
great penetration.
Michael Perkins, who came in
He
for.
just came in.
He came in for Tejada coming in and making the play. And I think he got him for a little bit of a loss as well, about a half-yard loss.
I think you're right.
And Skinner's coming out of this game. He's been the power back here on this drive for the Pomeroys.
You got to continue to sell it for the run, I assume, right?
Yeah, I think.
Let's see what they draw up here. 2nd down.
Perea, who was hurt on that touchdown, or excuse me, on the 2-point conversion back in this ballgame.
Morrell under center. Oh, wow, the toss goes to the end-around guy, Munoz, but it did not fool the Crimson Wave.
It didn't fool Quindarius Davis, who's made another big hit. Jared, I got to say, I'm not a huge fan of that play call right there. I think that's getting a little too cute here on 2nd and goal in overtime from the, 2.5-yard line?
Yeah, I would agree with you. Probably want to go forward, not sideways.
They lost a good 1.5 yards on that one, maybe 2 yards. Now you can open up the playbook a little bit more and throw the ball, but yeah, I think you go a little bit more.
From the 2, Morrell in the gun. Crimson Wave has 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers hovered over the line of scrimmage. Morrell drops back. Throws to the back of the end zone, jump ball. Is it caught?
It's caught.
It is caught. Touchdown again. 4th down. Morrell has that magic. Morrell this time goes to the wideout, Andres Miller. Not once but twice they find the end zone on 4th down. And now a huge 2-point conversion here. If they don't get it, a touchdown from the Crimson Wave would tie it in. Their PAT kicker tonight in Christian Price is yet to miss. So this is huge.
Yeah, the stream just died. Yeah, like I was looking at it, it just turned gray.
Let's see what happens here on
It's a new feed.
4th down, or excuse me, on the 2-point call. Empty. And a timeout taken. And it is charged to St. Mary of the Woods. We'll keep it here on Region Sports Network.
And we want to thank everybody who picked up the new feed. Not sure what happened. The internet crashed real quick, and we had to restart the feed. So technical issue that we got resolved here real quick. So hopefully everybody's able to pick that
If you didn't see it, it was 4th down and goal.